Oh, and we are now working.
Here comes Carini, baby.
Oh, boy, let's go.
Again, a huge shout out to everybody out there on Flow watching us. My name is Brian Navarro on the call with my lovely partner, Robbie Smith. We're going to try to bring you some electricity here from the mic side and, let you guys at home watch it and hopefully feel what we feel being able to be in the best seat in the house, man.
Man, you really can't beat it.
We're literally 10 feet from the cylinder.
Oh, man.
And here we go at 168 pounds. Mario Carini, the number 3 ranked wrestler, taking on Dominic Bambinelli of Mill Creek, Georgia, currently ranked number 6 in the nation.
Bambinelli in real quick on that single leg. Looking to elevate it here, pull him back, getting up to his feet, straighten him up. Carini's defending well, keeping that balance. Now goes down.
Head coach John Myers.
Poway, pretty dominant on top. They've been working on their stand-up here, and a really nice little series here that we're looking for a stand. He stepped in the hole here, and then he gets his three-point takedown.
Dominic, once he got that leg up, and then he went to go find it, he was searching to get that step over. And Carini was doing well defending, but he made the quick mistake of dropping his head, and that's what gave Dominic the ability to get behind. Got to keep height on both sides there, and that's how you can defend that leg and start working the hands. It's a tough one.
Carini up to his feet, looking for wrist control here. Back down to the quad pod. Bambinelli doing a great job controlling that tight waist on the far side. It's such an underrated move in my opinion, man. He controls those hips with that tight waist. We see it there live on camera. He pulls that hip over tight. Crowd nice and quiet listening to us.
Dominic is now, here he goes for the roll tilt. Here we go. Oh, he's gonna get swipes. Carini got to watch his back here too. He might get a fall here.
He's got 3. And again, here's that high school rule now with 4 near fall.
It's a crusher. We're gonna have a 7-point lead.
Now he's got to clear his hand to clear the lock. He clears his hand. He shows the official his hand. Still, they're not letting it. They're not giving it up.
Not giving it up. 15 seconds left in the period.
So there's the 4 near fall, and he goes right back to that tight waist. He did a great job controlling the 2-on-1. He didn't have an Anderson in yet, but he took the 2-on-1. He pulled it tight to his hips, and he gets that near fall.
Holding the claw. Got 4 seconds left. Carini tries the roll, but he's dominant.
Bambinelli showing why he's currently ranked 6th in the country.
Bambinelli put a dominant period together. Got at it real quick, right to the leg. He's like, I'm going to pick bottom. I want to build my lead now.
– 7-0 lead for Bambinelli.
Right up to his feet. Carini drops down. Bambinelli now has a nice whizzer in.
You know, we've seen that defense a lot over the last couple of years to grab your own ankle. You know, I mean, obviously the Jonesy tilt's getting a lot popular, and there's that pick.
Oh, beautiful. Now he needs to get his hips out and get his hips back on top. As he has it, when you get that foot extended, Carini's not going to give it up. Again, Carini still is has control here. So Bambinelli's looking for just the reversal right now.
And in reality, he's really not in danger. His head's nice in the valley. And there's the stalemate call. Good job by Carini to hold on to that position.
Yeah, Bambinelli, he gets right up to his feet so fast. He's ready to roll. Doesn't waste any time. Right in that quad pod position. Back up right to it. Carini throws that boot in, though.
But look at Bambinelli controlling that top hand. That's a lot of technique there. Control that top hand as opposed to the hand in the crotch.
He just went into full splits. That hurt me.
Look, 2-on-1, putting in the pocket, trying to push off on those knees. Carini recognizes it, trying to get that redrop. Again, it's just an attempt, and he goes straight into that tight waist half, coming over the top.
But he stays on his feet. Dominic stays on his feet. Now he gets to escape. 45 seconds left.
And an 8-0 lead for Bambinelli. That's that 3 takedown, 4 near fall. You know, I mean, obviously on the flip side of it, to be able to have Carini come back in a 7-point move, but to be able to get that takedown, get a nice turn, and now you're up 7-0.
But you're up 7-0 and now 8-0, right? But you have control of the match.
You do.
Right? You start controlling your ties. You can control the pace. Carini is now desperate to score, right? And so Dominic is now looking to get behind.
Carini with a little bit of a roll on the inside. Still got his hands locked. Still no control here.
10 seconds left. I think we're going to just stay here. And after 2, it's 8-0.
We're going to get injury time for Bambinelli. Trying to run it off instead of walk it off, Coach.
Hopped right up his knee, side of his knee brace.
You know, ironically, it's the first match, but it's a great time to thank these trainers. You know, Clovis brings in trainers from Fresno State, all the local high schools, all the local people. You know, they got a doctor on standby. It's a really cool thing to see the training staff to come out and take care of these student athletes.
And it's an army. Again, we go back to what we were talking about before. It's an army. It's the whole city. It's everything here. Oh,
sweet little blast by.
Beautiful.
Not a true duck, but he's out on that outside single leg.
No.
Great whizzer there by Carini.
Now he's going to start building up. Yep, shelves it.
Shelf it. You stop that tilt. Now he saddle rides there. At least I call it saddle ride. Now he's going to switch off to the body lock.
Legs
Inside
in,
Merkel.
Right back there. There's his 3. 11-point lead.
Great training wrestling there. You know, you saw the offense for Carini to be on the shot and then to switch out of it, to come back up on top, get on that leg on that Merkel position.
But he was methodical about it, right?
Like yeah, from whizzer to saddle to body, back out to the Merkel.
Oh, watch that knee. Watch that knee. Oh,
Carini good elevate.
He elevates it. Now looking to get the reversal and does. Got the reversal. Now you got to go to work. Got a minute to go to work.
And Poway's good on top. They run their bars. They run their wings. Carini goes into a leg ride on the far side.
Power half.
A high thigh ride.
Needs to start driving his feet with it, though. It needs to start driving, breaking him down. There you go. Now he needs to get back to that. 40 seconds left.
And here comes the power half in the near side.
He has to be just thinking pin now. He has to be thinking he has to get into his back and pin. And this is where Bambinelli needs to, he's fine doing this right now, playing this game. Dominic hustles back, set.
30 seconds to go in the third. Carini trying to work on top. Time's getting a little bit short for him, 25 to go.
He might have to cut him and try to get feet to back, but, I mean, it's just going to be rough. Last 20 seconds here.
Dominic Bambinelli doing a great job, number 6 in the nation. He's got 10 seconds to go before he can put on that cowboy hat.
And he's going to finish on bottom, but he had a complete match there. Put it together, finished well.
There it is, your winner at 168 pounds, your Doc B champion, putting on the cowboy hat from Mill Creek, Georgia, number 6 in the United States, Dominic Bambinelli.
Dominic had a really great performance, solid throughout, stayed composed in different positions. It was a true well-wrestled match.
Well, we go straight into a possible, state finals matchup here.
Right away.
Obviously with you, Zalikian, number 1, and Paul Ruiz, number 2 in the state. Buchanan, the crowd's definitely going to be involved in here for sure.
Boom, boom, boom. Golly, we just moved right on. These finals are stacked.
Current returning state champion, Henry Zalikian. Michigan commit out at the Big Ten. Again, only a junior.
Only a junior.
He's a 26 commit for Michigan. And he's taking on the local kid, Paul Ruiz.
Right away, hard hand fights.
Now, if you've never seen Henry Zalikian wrestle, he's very composed. He loves to stay in the center of the mat with his back to the mat. And Ruiz is a guy that always goes forward.
Yeah.
Don't let me down here, Paul. Just two guys that are just willing to get after it.
Henry has such a good hand fight. I think the Birmingham guy wrestlers put together such a great hand fight. Jimmy Medeiros is doing a good job with his wrestlers out there.
But again, you just saw it there. A very relaxed by Henry, hits that high C to no avail, and a knee tap and a slide by. Does he get the points.
Nothing yet,
Still
nothing
no
yet. Nothing
scrambled
yet.
eggs is what you call it.
Scrambled eggs, baby. We're making omelets. Oh, straight back into a double. Down. Oh, my goodness. Nothing yet. Wow. Wow. Wow.
Islikian putting pressure on the inside, trying to control that far hip.
Henry was in a single. Don't stalemate it. Not yet. Not yet. Was in a single. Gets out, gets his feet on the ground, and goes straight back into a double.
Yeah, you know, you saw the looseness of Henry. Kind of stays it there. As soon as the pressure relieves, he hit the high seat in on it. Next thing you know, Ruiz tries to hit that slide by, get behind, and we get into that scramble position.
Paul, just both wrestlers there, so athletic. Paul Ruiz in there on a beautiful single, elevates it, gets there, and just scrambled eggs. That was amazing.
And no points on the board.
0 points. 35 seconds left in the first. This thing's electric. Like you said before, this could be a state final match right here. Oh, we got the Merkel. Got the Merkel, gets the three, getting swipes, and then
a reversal.
And a reversal. So he went
3 takedown on the slide by.
Ruiz goes Merkel, and 2 swipes.
Yeah, so you get the 5 points.
5 points.
The 3 point, the 2 point, then the 2 point reversal.
Then
We're at a
goes standing
5-2.
switch. Paul gets escape with 1 second left. 1 second left. What a crazy match.
The amount of action that just took place in that first period is incredible.
Incredible. Gets to the Merkel, locks his hands as he goes, rips it. But Henry fought off nicely and then gets the reversal. And Paul gets the escape with 1 second left on the clock.
I told you, Paul Ruiz never stops going forward.
Never.
Should be 1 point red here. Should be 7-2. And it's Islikian in on a single leg. Switches off to the double, comes up, gets his 3 takedown. He shot that from far away, but was able to get that length to get to that knee. Locked up that knee, switched off to it, gets the takedown, and we're now back on our feet with the escape.
Closes the space very well. Henry closes the space. Oh, Paul gets back into that single leg.
Should be 7-5.
Oh, working the shin wizard. Henry's working the shin wizard, but Paul is now scooting backwards. Goes to roll with it. Puts Zahikian in the splits. Still with the shin wizard, nothing yet.
We're going to confirm at the break here, but it should be 7-5. The official gave the point, so they're going to keep it on the board, but it should be 7-5. And there's the stalemate.
There's the stalemate.
We get a call here. Should be 7-5. We're trying to see it.
Oh, but
Here comes Jimmy.
he has to run around this big
Did
old
I miss
circle.
something?
I don't
Let's
think
go.
so.
Okay, so there was the 2 takedown, 2 near fall, 5. Gets the escape, goes 6.
Yep.
And then gets
And then gets an escape
the
right
escape
here.
at the end to go 7, and then escape here at the end to go 8, right?
No. 6 at the
Yeah.
end of the period.
So it should be
Oh, yeah.
7-5, right?
No, you just said 8.
No, it should be 7-5. Should be 7-5, right?
Our 168-pound medalist, please report to the podium now.
Sorry about the dead air. We're trying to listen in.
Yeah, we're trying to figure it out, guys. Both this is a shame on this because these guys were getting after it. They're still going to get after it.
But there's the second escape there, so it should be 8-5.
8-5, yeah.
8-5,
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's just keep it rolling. I mean, both boys are ready to roll. We still got 3 minutes of this match. 8-5.
8-5.
8-5.
Yeah. There we go.
The game is a coach. All right, we're back in action here. We need to keep it rolling.
You know, we'll have to go back and look at that.
Oh, gets in deep again. Now he's throwing a circle, comes up with the Iranian. Leans back.
But look at the position Ruiz is in. He's been able to control. Look, he's controlling that far crotch lock, but he's trapped Islikian's arm, and that's the key there.
But if you see, oh.
He had that wrist on the back side that we couldn't see from the camera angle.
Yep.
Henry's extremely fluid on that little elbow pass. It's almost like a two-on-run Russian shuck.
Yep, and he's, again, they have heavy hands to the leg. Now he's moving his feet, really circling hard, but Ruiz is just not giving it up. He wrestles through every position. He's never stopping.
15.
Henry's now just needs to elevate at the ankle, put him on his hip. Look at that flexibility by Ruiz. 5 seconds. Henry's trying, is not gonna get there.
We're going to the third.
I gotta stand up. Going to the third, 3-point lead for Paul Ruiz of Buchanan High School. Oh, right back to it.
And he hits it from a very long ways away. He's got the length, and he wraps that knee. But Ruiz has done a great job to counter that.
Beautiful knee pick from there. But then he just gets stuck here. He has to keep moving his feet next time. Ruiz, just heavy hips, toes to the mat.
Islikian got to either elevate here or get his head out to the one side, and then we get another stalemate call.
But that's what he was working for there. 1:30 left.
1 minute and 30 seconds remaining. Last call, all 168-pound medalist.
Oh, stalling call on Ruiz. I mean, Zahikian has been just going after it. Henry has not stopped taking shots. He has put Ruiz on the defense the whole time. Controlling elbows. This is where Paul's been staying, though. He's been staying here in this front headlock position. Henry has not quit taking shots. No lack of effort here. Just Ruiz is just so flexible and so athletic. Just stuff it all. Nice elbow pass.
But Ruiz squares up very often. You see that. He'll be able to circle out of that to create that angle. There's that high C shot.
Now he's in deep, though.
Ruiz going with the roll. High hips is going to win here.
Laying on that mat.
Islikian up to 1 foot, trying to get that bottom foot down on the mat. Coming up to the head.
This could tie the match here. He needs to get this. Oh, you pote.
They call potential.
Potentially dangerous. 30 seconds left, 31 seconds left. Henry's been going nonstop. Has taken so many shots. Ruiz has not taken one. Oh, dude, switch, get there, gets behind. Gets the parry, get there. Gets the three. 17 seconds, 15 seconds left. 15 seconds left. Goes for the roll. Oh, no swipes, no control. 8 seconds. Oh, we're going to overtime, baby.
What a clutch takedown from Islikian.
Clutch takedown. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Wow. Here we go. Henry with a clutch takedown at the end.
Super duck attempt into it. Now we're in a sudden victory. Well, not sudden victory. First points wins. There is a stall call out there, though.
There is a stall call. It's good to know here because Ruiz has not taken a shot. Henry has taken all the shots. Ruiz has not been offensive since the first period.
It was the announcer jinx him. He's saying he always goes forward. Now, he's not backing up here.
He's not backing up. No. This Henry has been going the whole time.
Let's see if Islikian can get to that high C again. He's been on that shot 3 or 4 times. Another one more attempt.
He has just been going the whole time. There's the first
Catches
shot.
the underhook.
Throws it by. Nothing there. 20 seconds left.
Good level change by Islikian.
Henry needs to go again. Fire again. Yes, there he goes again. Now Ruiz. Head and hold. Just go behind. Go easy. Go smart. We're going to the ground.
Henry doing a great job controlling the elbow. And we're going to go to the sudden victory.
Here we go. Golly. What a final. 16 points on the board. Sudden victory.
Number 1 ranked wrestler in California, Henry Islikian. Number 2 ranked wrestler, Paul Ruiz of Buchanan. Again, we're going to wrestle the full 30 seconds here.
Good first move by Henry. Gets right up to his feet. Paul goes spiral on that. Now hooks the leg. Now drops down to the single. Headlock.
Squares and faces him. Headlock attempt there. And he squared and faced him, and he's going to say that he's still got control.
Squared and faced him.
It's a good call. He's in on that body lock.
He had double underhooks. He had double underhooks,
had
so
it
he
fine.
had control. I mean, Zekian almost should have went for that headlock, committed all the way. Oh, the Clovis people do not like that one. Zekian gets back up, though. Ankle ride, rolls through.
Trying to kick away.
Trying to kick away. Oh my goodness. The crowd wanted to stall call because he was hanging on the ankle.
Well, you saw Zekian kind of show up there a little bit at the end. And then Ruiz kept that pressure going here. Again, still going to wrestle the other 30 seconds along the way.
What a ride. What a ride by Ruiz. What a smart decision here to go double underhooks to stay in there.
Yeah. Now we'll have to go back and look at that video to see what's at.
Henry wants to go to the feet.
Smart. Good coaching by
Jimmy Medeiros.
By Jimmy.
Has to put him on it. Another shot attempt. You got to stay up, though. He has to stay up.
Because he's got the stall call.
Has the stall call. Has to keep going forward. Cannot get stalemated here. Has to keep going forward. Has to keep giving attempts. Does the ref have to do it? He's been on the offense the whole time. Henry's been on the
Another
offense.
shot by
Another
Zekian.
shot. How many shots do you have to take to get the call?
Another slide by. That's going to do it. Your winner at 116 pounds from Buchanan High School, Paul Ruiz. And immediately security's on that.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The Armenians did not like that one.
Well, we want to stay classy.
Yeah, yes, 100%. That's completely. They're going to be gone out of this. This is not okay. But I mean, let's talk about that match. Just keep it on the kids here. I mean, both kids wrestled very, very well. Very, very well.
You know, and that's that fault of me, you know, as the announcer looking at the 7-5 versus the 8-5. Yeah, it was definitely the 8-5. And then Zekian be able to get that takedown at the end was amazing.
Amazing.
You know,
he never stopped wrestling, but he was on attack the whole time.
You're right. And again, a judgment call there by the official for whether it's a stall call or not. But the kids itself, that the pressure towards the out of bounds where he gets into that underhook, keeps that underhook. What a great match.
What a great match. I mean, Paul Ruiz has the wherewithal to stay in there, lock his hands, to not give it up, and then go out of bounds. I do agree, though, with the crowd, with Henry not shooting over and over and over again. How many attempts he took on that match to keep it to where it was. It's tough for a referee to make that call.
It is. I mean, and, well, I'm going to give credit here to Paul Ruiz. Again, even though that he was on the defense, he never backed up.
Never did.
Never backed up.
He was staying in there.
Yeah.
It was just Henry was taking the shots.
You know, we got to go back and look at it a little bit later, but I think that the stand-up towards the edge of the bound where Zekian faces him, he comes in with either that body lock. I couldn't see if it was locked or not,
he had
or
it locked.
if it was still double unders. And if he has it locked, he's still in control, and there's just no escape.
He had it locked because Henry went to go headlock there, right, and kind of went half. That's when he locked his hands.
Yep.
And then they went out of bounds, so he still did have the control.
Yep.
We're straightening out what's going on here in the stands.
Well, if the rest of the finals are anything like the first two matches, we're in for a great 2 hours.
We're in for a ride, baby. Oh, my goodness. What a match. What a match. I mean, that's going to be our state finals.
Well, you hope they get there so we can see a rematch for that, too.
Jeez.
You know, if I'm lucky, I'm going to be on that call, too, on that side. So we're going to move up to 193 pounds. You're going to see it up here in just a minute. But Broxton Borelli, Los Banos, taking on Levi Bussey. Bussey's from Granite Bay. currently ranked number 2.
This is 1 and 2 in the state, about to go after it.
1 and 2.
1 and 2 in the state. Bussy just won Reno, put a great tournament together in Reno. Borelli came in off an awesome season last year. He's been doing a lot of good work. Just in the off season and preparing himself to be the number 1 guy in the state.
So what you see here is what they do is they do the medals in between after the 2 matches. I like a lot of tournaments here. So we want to honor those athletes on those medalists. You're more than welcome to go on to Flow and look at the brackets, get on Flow Arena, and to see those place winners. You know, I look at Borelli and Bussy, you know, two unbelievably local boys.
Yeah.
You know, Bussy's the guy that stands out to me for, you know, his commitment to Cal Poly. You know, he's going to stay local, but right up the road, here comes Borelli staying local and going to Stanford.
Yeah. Both wrestlers are putting in some work and really showcasing themselves this year and getting some good wins over some big opponents and winning some big tournaments, you know, and building that up for themselves, you know. So, you know,
Borelli placing, you know, 6th last year at California, and he was down at 75s, making the big jump up here to 90s. And Borelli, you know, being in the state finals last year, he wants to get another step up on the podium to be that champ.
Get to the top, you know. I remember that last year, that match in the finals. I mean, grinding it out, man. It just, what an awesome wrestling match. I think both these wrestlers deserve to be in this finals. Have put a wonderful Doc Buchanan tournament together.
And, you know, we always talk about it, but they're student athletes.
Yeah.
And one going to Stanford and one going to Cal Poly.
Yeah. Those are 2 hard schools to get into. I don't know if people know that. But
I mean, Stanford moving out to the ACC and Cal Poly now part of the Pac-12.
Really,
all right, here we go.
Borelli was ready to go off that whistle. He wanted to get this match started.
Here we are, 193 pounds. Broxton Borelli of Los Banos, currently ranked number 1 in the state, taking on Levi Bussy of Granite Bay, number 2 in the state.
It was awesome. I got to be around Bussy over the summers with the coaching Team California at Fargo, and Bussy just puts in the work the whole time. He's a worker, man. Just grinds through everything. We're going to see some heavy hand fights here with both these wrestlers. Oh, Borelli, the reshot by Bussy. Can elevate it. Borelli goes onto the shin whizzer. And Bussy gets the 3 takedown. Wow.
Well, you saw him work that. You saw the heavy hands.
Yep.
With the snap down, he went back to the wrist right away, and as soon as he did that, he scores out and gets his 3 takedowns.
He brought Borelli up with him, and then that's when Borelli was trying to match it, and he just took it. So, and Borelli gets to his feet and gets a little wild there, tries a reshot right away, and ends up on his knees.
And he's still in that wizard defense on his ankle, standing up.
And Bussy just took complete advantage of that. Gets another one.
6-1 lead for Bussy.
Beautiful job. Borelli goes up, gets to escape, but tries to shoot right away, right? Gets his one, shoots right away, but ends up on both knees, and Bussy just took complete advantage of it.
1 point escape.
Borelli gets the escape.
Nice shot by Borelli, gets in deep. Bussy defending well to the edge of the mat. Borelli
Is he going to call it?
He's going to call it. Not yet. Out of bounds.
While his foot's on the actual, basketball floor.
Didn't we talk about this as a 50-foot mat?
We did. We did. I thought he was going to call the fling the mat because as he faced his hips, he went towards the edge.
Borelli had it locked.
Now he's in on a single leg, looking for a foot sweep right at the end of the clock.
Both these, for 190s, both these wrestlers, it's just like they're just that's nonstop right now. Borelli quick to defer. Bussy quick to say, I'm going down. Spilled the lead.
Blood time.
Got a little bit of blood time on Levi.
Right across the nose, the bridge of the nose. I think he did a nice head block here. Clean him up, put a little Vaseline on it. He's ready to roll. Both these wrestlers have shown zero fatigue out of the first period. They've been going 100 miles an hour.
193 pounds. They're throwing their body around.
Yeah, they are.
Like the 25-pounders.
I mean, it just didn't stop,
I miss those days.
I haven't been 190 pounds since 6th grade.
That's the facts. 8th grade TOC champ.
Yeah, here we go, baby.
220 pounds for Robbie Smith.
Still bleeding. Trainer.
Again, thanks so much for watching us on Flow. Brian Navarro with my partner, Robbie Smith, on the call.
Brian, I'm happy I get to be here with you this year, man. This has been awesome. We got to do the Poway Buchanan duel last year.
Yeah.
And now we get to we seem to connect here in Fresno.
Well, I mean,
or Clovis.
Me living in Southern California, you living in the North Coast
We just
area.
meet right in the middle,
That's what we do. It's the Fresno. We call it the no.
Or Fres, yes.
And we're back to action. Enough of us. Put it back on Borelli and Bussy.
Oh, Borelli's been nonstop.
But Bussy hit on another shot. Look at the hips there. He was so extended. He pulled it in, got the hips, lifted it, elevated it, and gets that takedown to go up 9-2.
Be looking for Bussy to be looking for cradles here. Like, he's been really cradling everybody this year. Goes, cuts him again. Just ripping off scores. Re-attacks. Bussy with his re-attack has just been nonstop.
And these are the kind of tournaments that set it up for later in the year in the postseason.
Yeah.
Number one, you want the prestigious cowboy hat. But what you're doing is you're putting in work here. And we're going to see Borelli be able to take advantage of that, or excuse me, Bussy taking advantage of that here. And we're going to see that later on in the season.
In the mental game here, right?
Yeah.
They're thinking they're going to see each other again in the finals. Again, Borelli goes, gets the escape, and stays on his knees to chase down the double. But this is where Bussy is willing just to keep scoring to set up the match in the finals. That's what they're both thinking right now. They're going to see, this is not the last time they're going to see each other. And right now, he's putting a 12-4 lead on the number one guy in the state.
Yeah. It's the re-attacks that have been really nice, where he's in on that, and Borelli just doesn't have a re-attack.
Beautiful. Hand fights have been great, too, tonight with both wrestlers.
And I would say that Bussy's been the more physical wrestler.
100%. Here,
good looking
there
feed the hips.
It was. Looks to roll through. Borelli doesn't let him. Collects the hips right away. That's what stopped the roll from happening.
And that's almost a mistake on Bussy. Instead of feeding him the hips, he went, like he's done in the last couple periods, to being able to hit that roll. Borelli just so strong to be able to come back up on top, and he cuts the lead to 12-7.
Talk about a mid-match adjustment. Borelli goes there to take the double, and he was diving at knees. That time he collects the hips, sucks them in to put himself in advantage, now only down by 5.
Returning state finalist, not done yet.
Not done yet.
It's been a common theme here, obviously, in the finals. We saw it with Bambinelli going forward and being able to push the pace. We saw it with Likian and Ruiz, where that was just nonstop action.
Oh, my gosh.
But now you see with Borelli and Bussy that they're constantly moving forward.
Yeah.
Yeah. And at this level, this tournament is so unbelievably stacked as we get the escape.
But now look at Borelli pushing the pace. Bussy has been working, but Borelli's now like, I'm going to come at you. He's not giving up on this one. Gets in. Can Bussy get to that reshot? Recreates the angle, gets to the single.
So, and that's that mind game we're talking about. Now he's got to finish here, but here comes Bussy.
Borelli goes to roll through, has him on his back.
A little north-south here, still no control, so no near fall.
Elevates the leg, Borelli was lucky to get that ankle back.
And this is the change that's at the college level where it's danger in any position.
Yeah.
Not here down at the high school level. Bussy being able to control that hip, and they get a stalemate.
Oh, yeah, bull.
But there's that mid-match adjustment you're talking about. He learned instead of hitting that roll, feed him the hips, I'm going to take control of that.
Yeah, 100%.
So instead of giving up the takedown, he was fighting for it.
Oh. Beautiful match by both wrestlers right now. And Borelli does not look tired at all. I mean,
No, he's had some.
he just wants to keep going.
And we've had some blood time, obviously, here on Bussy. But
I mean, seriously, the kid doesn't look tired. He's taking a couple just mental breaths, but he's been going forward the whole time. Bussy needs to keep the pace to keep this lead. But what's been the difference is the reattacks of Bussy and to creating those angles to get to where he needed to be to score.
now Borelli made the one adjustment, gets the takedown. 12-8, 1:15 to go in the third.
Borelli now being a little bit more methodical. Oh,
Nice
again,
reattack by Levi.
Beautiful reattack. But now he's stopping though, right? Not, yeah. Borelli's not going to. Beautiful reattack by Borelli.
Little limp leg into the reattack.
Yep.
Now he's got it shelved. Whizzer again right back to the roll. That got him in trouble last time. Again, a north-south position here, high hips.
But the more time clicks off, this clock is helping Bussy.
And he's okay with it. You saw how smart he was. He looked at the clock and was like, I'm going to stay here for a little bit.
Okay, let me wait a little bit. Oh. How much blood time does he have left?
Well, you
Yeah,
know,
there's a lot
blood
of
time
that.
and stoppage time's two different things,
know.
man. Active bleeding versus recovery,
I know.
cleanup. But in this particular case, you know, both wrestlers are going to be at full steam the rest of the way. You know, Borelli definitely doesn't look winded whatsoever.
He's pacing over there.
And Bussy's just
He's
like,
like
I got to stop bleeding to get into this match,
Yeah.
get this rhythm going.
Right? This is, Borelli's ready. He's like, bro, let's just go. Let's just keep rolling. He's not tired. Yeah. This is a fun match, man. Both these wrestlers leaving it out. But Borelli, as the match goes, seems his pace just keeps going higher. Bussy's getting a little,
Well, you weren't wrong about his pace. He just, a little false start there for Bus. You know, Borelli at TOC up in Reno pushed that pace a lot too. Really heavy hands. He's got a lead here. He's got to stay on the mat though. Got 30 seconds to go. He's up by 4.
Bussy has to find this corner again. He's been doing all match. Don't be lazy on the knees.
And the story of this match has been the reattacks there by Levi.
Borelli's going to go again. Heavy hands. Wow. Now he's, a relentless attack by Borelli.
Bussy's going to need to go forward
But
here.
he's stopping
15
now.
to go.
He's stopping now. He's getting the leg and stopping. Borelli, he's gonna get this right here.
5 to go, and he gives up the
Gets the
takedown
takedown.
here and a quick escape.
Wow.
We're going to have 1 second left on the clock.
3 seconds left on
He's
the
going
clock.
to change it to 3
3
seconds
seconds
here.
left on the clock.
Now we got enough time for a takedown.
4 seconds left on the clock. 2, 1, time.
And no stall call towards the end.
Wow. Wow. What a finish. What a match. And look at him. He's still running. Even though he took a loss here, I don't look at this as a loss. Right?
Your champion at 193 pounds from Granite Bay High School, Levi Bussy.
I mean, that was a heck of a match by Bussy. His reattacks at the beginning of the match is what put him to that lead. And thank goodness he had that lead for himself there.
Now, of course, people are going to say that he ran towards the end and didn't finish the end. But, hey, you had the lead. He's able to have that luxury to do that.
I'm more thinking more of the future, right? Like, Borelli lost this match, but Borelli was the one on his feet in the middle bouncing after a loss.
Now, obviously, they're going to flop rankings here after this, but, you know, maybe you saw it at the end. You saw Borelli, as soon as he lost, he came back to the center and said, hey, listen, I might have lost this match, but I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I know what I got to do in the future.
He was ready to roll. And I mean, he was putting the pace on him. Bussy has to now understand that. Because if Bussy gives up the points in the beginning, right, that's a completely different result then.
Yep.
Wow, where are we going next?
We're going to move up 160 pounds.
100.
Contino, number 1 ranked kid in the state of California for Buchanan, taking on the Nevada boy, Gabriel Delgado from Slam.
Contino and Delgado. Let's go. I mean, these finals have been, we've had almost riots in the stands.
yeah.
We've had overtime. We've had just some amazing matches going on. Jeez.
You know, I mean, I look back to yesterday when you and I, those of you out there listening, you know, we were able to produce this and be able to travel around the gyms, but we were over in that auxiliary gym and we're kind of chatting with, you know, Coach Paul Keesaw of Fresno City College, and we got to see a couple people come over, and one of the persons that came over and kind of chatted was Gabriel Delgado, and I didn't even know he was there, and I just said, hey, you know, the guy who looks ready, looks intense, he looks loose, but really, really intense was Gabriel Delgado. And I turned my head, and there he is. He's standing right next to us. And, you know, it's kind of – he's got that attitude of, hey, I know that California wrestling's a little bit higher echelon than Nevada, but we're on the same page.
Slam Academy's been doing amazing things. I mean, they're traveling everywhere.
Everywhere.
They wrestle year-round.
Yep.
I mean, it's a combat school. Like, it's what it's meant for. Rob Cate out there, it started it, just – has been the man to build it to what it is and do some amazing things.
Up next at 160 pounds.
You know, Rob Cate's been a big, huge advocate of USA Wrestling and Nevada championships out there, whether they're in Vegas. I think this year they're in Fallon, but for Nevada. But, yeah, Slam Academy's doing a great job. You know, old California boy, Orange Raymond's now coaching out there at Slam Academy. All started from Pitbull. You know, he wanted to put it together in Florida and gets his shake on, and now here we go. Here we are at 160 pounds, the #1 ranked kid in the state, Leo Contino from Buchanan, taking on Gabriel Delgado of Slam Academy out of Nevada.
Delgado has a real square stance coming at him. Ready, looks like he's ready for the shot. Looks like he's going to go more for ties. Try to close the space on Contino here.
Gabriel Delgado is a senior from Slam Nevada.
Again, Delgado, a senior.
31 wins and 2 losses on the season. This year he has finished first at Reno TOC.
160 pounds, Leo Contino, taking on Delgado of the Slam Academy. Truly 157 pounds, but with the allowance here. You know, Contino going out to West Virginia, going to wrestle there in the Big 12s. He's a 3-time California State place winner.
It's hard to do.
As a freshman, he took 8th, came back, took 4th, and then stepped up on the podium last year and got 3rd. And now he's currently ranked #1 in the state.
Looking to finish it off on top of that podium. 2-on-1 for Delgado. 2-on-1. He go body lock if you wanted it.
But look, he's elevating the really overhook of Contino. Contino's controlling that head.
Again, he's more of a square stance wrestler. Both feet moving. It's a different look for Contino to see. You know, it's giving him something to look at that he doesn't see much of in California. You know what I'm saying?
And Slam wrestles every style.
Every style.
Every style.
Oh,
and a nice
beautiful.
Pass by.
Beautiful by
Trying
Contino.
to get those toes in bounds, secures the hips, and he gets his
it.
3, gets the crowd involved.
Beautiful. Excellent adjustment.
The best is that he waited towards the end there. His feet were kind of up in the air. He had to settle those hips. He settled the hips, secured the hips of Delgado, put his feet right back in the middle of the cylinder, gets his 3 takedown.
And when he collected out the double, he collected the hips. When Delgado tried to go straight back with it, chest lock with it, it just put him right to his back.
You know, we often talk about speed, but we also talk about speed with patience.
Yes.
And he was extremely patient there to let that develop, let Delgado clear those hips, secure them, drop his feet back into the cylinder to get the takedown. Now we're into a little bit of a ride here. Can Contino get that leg in? A little obscured here from the official. Contino still on top.
Now he looks like he's going to get his boots in. Delgado has that foot, holding on to that foot.
Now, unfortunately, he's kind of locking himself in there.
Yeah. Yep,
But he's stopping the boot from coming in.
For sure. And it was really to work for that stalemate.
little bit of a hush of the crowd, kind of settling back in.
I mean, this crowd has gone through a wave of emotions this whole time. As of we. I mean, these matches have been great.
It's the equilibrium effect, you know? I mean, you got to have your highs and your lows, bro.
100%.
Shout out to Watkins out there. If you know, you know with the equilibrium.
Coutinho going spiral, now pulling back into the crab ride. Now to throw that leg in.
But look at Delgado. He's underneath the heel instead of on top. Last time on top, now he's underneath.
But it's stalling him out too, though. You know, like it's.
But if he can clear his head underneath here, he's in a really good position here. But look at Coutinho be able to reach down and he's grabbing his own foot to block that lock. So Delgado goes to the other side. Right. And the boots come back in for Coutinho.
Excellent adjustment.
A really nice high thigh ride. Now he's going to work that bar.
Got a beautiful figure four. No, just his legs. Just got the legs in right now. Cross body. This is where Coutinho needs. This is where he's been living all tournament. This is where he's really good at. He's just staying here and putting that pressure on. Trying to scoop back on. Scoop the near arm.
You know, Coutinho's, he travels as well.
Yeah.
Obviously the Super 32, he's placed the last couple years. Shout out to the towel tappers. Again, we can't stress enough on how Clovis Unified does it and the Clovis program. They flat out just get everybody involved. They got the kids, they train them up, they get out there, they get to be on this big, huge mat in the center of the gym. I'm waiting for the T-shirt toss, though. Now, they can't let me down. They got to do it. We're going to get an escape for Coutinho. Delgado's going to bring him up.
All right, here we go. 4-0, heading to the third for Coutinho. Delgado needs to get going, though. Nice snap down by Coutinho. Delgado needs to close the space, put hands on him, and try to get to his ties.
But you're seeing Coutinho actually create that space by that tie-up.
100%.
He's over, almost not into an underhook, but he's putting pressure on that shoulder and pushing him away, not letting him get in. Now he goes from that collar tie.
No.
See? Instead of being on the shoulder, he went up to the collar tie. Delgado saw it. Now a misdirection on a shot. Gets to the knee, but defended well by Coutinho.
And this is what Delgado got to do. Now he's also going to work for a stall call, too. But, I mean, Coutinho's definitely not stalling, but he needs to keep putting these together.
There's
wrestling.
There's that technique for Coutinho, though. He wants to not get too tight, puts that pressure on the overhook on the right-hand side. Now he's up to the collar tie, but his hand's more on the shoulder. Again, now he's down to the collar tie.
Over tie, yeah. Controlling the backside hand, over tie.
But that led to Delgado being able to sneak underneath that elbow on that left-hand side.
Yep. Heavy hands here for Coutinho, and this is what's helping him in not letting Delgado get to the legs. Delgado needs to this is where Delgado needs to close that space, right? Like, he's backing up. He's standing straight up. You're down, man. You got to go. Don't let him. There he gets in. Now he's under on the leg. Needs to elevate.
Coutinho with a chest wrap. He's got his legs. He's got his leg scissored around the arm. Perfectly legal here.
Yep.
And Coutinho knows it. He sees that there's 10 seconds. And that's a good job by the official. Break that stalemate, not let it go any longer, and give Delgado one more chance.
Yep. Going forward. Short
redirection
time,
into a carry.
It's not going to be enough. He has a 4-point lead.
3 seconds to go. That's going to do it. Your champion at 160 pounds, the local kid out of Clovis, Buchanan High School, #1 ranked kid in the state of California, Leo Coutinho.
Leo did an awesome job. Awesome job. Controlling the match the whole time. Never gave Delgado a chance. Controlling the hand fight. That was key in that match. Controlling the hand fight. Controlling the pace on the feet.
if they wrestled again, we talk about the adjustments. And when we see the adjustments, I think Delgado's going to come back and look at that, and he's going to be able to close that gap a little bit. He was really good getting in underneath and getting to that, but Contino with those hips, being able to square up, gets that first takedown. What a beautiful takedown in the beginning to get those 3 points.
I'm pretty excited.
We're only 4 in, bro.
And we have heavyweights next.
And here comes the guy in California, Kobe Merrill. Now, we were hoping that Nico would be wrestling here too, but just not back yet.
Not back yet.
But when he gets back, Merrill, obviously with Sahakian and his brother the last couple of years, Cody's out at Oklahoma State. Yeah.
Wrestling 190.
Yeah, wrestling 190.
Or 190, no, 197.
Goes from heavies to 97.
197.
But he was a small heavyweight back in the day, too.
But, yeah, I mean, this is going to be a good one. We have Travion Boger wrestling, slugger in my mind. If you know, you know. He is
yeah, but tell that story. Like, I mean, we see the parents, we're able to talk to him, and, I was sitting there and I was like, it's Boger. And you're like, yeah, and he comes over and he's like, yeah, Booger works. Everybody calls me Booger.
I was sitting there. Yeah, I was sitting there. Well, it goes back to Fargo.
Yeah,
so we're in Fargo, and all of his boys are calling him Booger. And so I was like, he's like, everybody calls me Booger. So I'm going to call you Booger. So I've been calling him Booger the whole time. And then I was like, that's Boger. I was like, you know what? I should be calling you the right name. But he's also, Travion's also slugger. So, but that kid's a national champion in Greco-Roman wrestling.
Yeah. And
U17 world team member. So, I mean, or U15.
It just shows the importance. Folk style is folk style by any means. But freestyle and Greco can only help your folk style.
Yep.
I think you and I are huge proponents of Greco. Maybe that's just because of the size of humans we are. But, Greco not only teaches the strength and the ability, but the upper body. It's discipline to 100%. Stay in good position.
Hand fighting.
Hand fights taste square.
So, I mean, Kobe Merrill has been on a terror right now, right? And he has been dominating everybody he's been wrestling. What Travion needs to do is he needs to slow the pace down right away and get hands on him and make it a Greco match. And that's where it needs to change here. And I think it's going to be an awesome match. And he's only a junior.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
ironically, both of them are not afraid to take a shot.
No, not at all.
I mean, you're looking at
athletic heavyweights. I mean, all the weight classes have been just athletics.
We do. Merrill currently ranked number 2 in the state behind Nico Sahakian of St. John Bosco, and he's a Michigan commit. Still trying to get back in the lineup. Merrill, coached by the Kisslers. Harlan's down there coaching at JW North in Riverside, California. And he's done a great job. And by the way, he's only a junior there, Robbie.
Only a junior. You know what? I think it's because of his brother. It makes him feel so much older.
Yeah, but I also think it was him being a freshman, being in the state finals and taking that loss.
Yes.
And then last year getting to the state finals and just being completely injured with both knees, and he gave it his all, but those knees just gave out, and he gets a loss again. So to be in that second place, to be that bridesmaid, twice before, he's extremely focused.
And what I love about it is we get to see a healthy one right now.
And that's the conversation that we had with him earlier. We were sitting down with John and Harlan and you, and he flat out says, "I'm the healthiest I've ever been." Here we go, 288 pounds for the cowboy hat. Number 2 ranked wrestler in the state of California from JW North, Kobe Merrill, taking on Travion Boger from South Summit, Utah, currently ranked 19th in the nation. And we get a quick takedown there by Merrill.
Merrill, heavy hand fight right away. Just forward pressure, nonstop pressure, and put it on it.
And he likes to elevate the Iowa, and he goes straight to a head lever into his 2-on-1. He likes to roll that out. He's got a couple different options from there. Seeing a seatbelt from a big guy, or to be able to lift that 2-on-1 up on the back to catch the head. And he goes right to it. That's his move. and he shifts it. Now here's
right
where he's
into it.
patient. He's extremely patient lately, and he settles into it. Go ahead.
Just manhandling these guys all weekend to get to the pin. I think he's pinned his way through the whole tournament. Like, if they're giving an O-dub, you got to look at it if he gets this fall here.
Boger trying to fight off
he
the bottom.
He is not giving up.
Merrill looking to get close here. Referee in good position.
Look at the flexibility of Travian trying to fight for this here.
Here's the patience we talked about with Merrill.
Yep.
He's learned it this year to kind of settle it, get those hips down. Boger doing a great job pushing off on the hips, and now we settle to a north-south position.
This might be it.
And there's the fall.
That's your first fall of the finals.
Your champion and cowboy hat winner, the number 2 ranked wrestler in the state of California out of JW North, Kobe Merrill.
Wow. He has pinned his way through the dog beast. What a beast. Right from the whistle, from the start, straight at him.
Yep.
Just bombarding him. Just no relentless attack. Gets to the leg, gets straight to his bread and butter, and finishes.
He has a 19-second pin in the quarters.
A 15-second pin. No, 15-second pin.
15 in the quarters. He was at like 35 in the semis, and now under a minute here in the finals.
And I don't know what he did in the 32.
And he's a
16, and he's a junior.
And that's as he's coming right here in front of us.
Hey,
nice
way
job,
to go, big boy.
Just so respectful, always shaking our hands and having a good time. That's the best part about our job. Not only being the production side of it and running the streams, but to be able to see these wrestlers at the elite level and to get to know them. Kobe's in my neck of the woods down there in Southern California, and just a great guy. Has zero emotion. Like, he walks around and it's just cool, calm, and collective. And impressive Doc B championships for the JW North Star.
What about how much action we've seen, and we finally have the smallest guys at the tournament coming out. The scrambles and everything.
Yeah, and not to mention, it's a number 1, number 2 ranked, wrestler. Ironically, Garza is ranked at 106 pounds, but Sammy Sanchez of Esperanza, currently ranked, and then he's going to come down. So here we go, Esperanza Clovis. Now, the true local kid, in his own home gym, wrestling in front of his people, Anthony Garza.
This kid has to be just pumped right now. This is what every Clovis kid wants, is this moment right here, is to wrestle on the big stage at Doc B in front of his whole town. The original. The original, So this means a lot to these people, and this means a lot to this kid right now. I'm looking forward to watching him wrestle.
State place winner last year, 4th at state. And then, Sammy Sanchez running a great Esperanza. They just push out dudes.
Yeah.
Holidays doing his thing down there at Esperanza.
It's like you said, it's proven, right? They push out dudes.
Yeah.
It's a huge. It's going to be a great match between 2 good, stable high school programs. So it's real. True California wrestling going down. I love how they do this with the podium right behind us over here. This whole thing is a spectacle right now.
We try to show you a little bit on the camera on how it goes. Our camera guy, Pacifico, good guy, local guy here in Clovis, just to show the pageantry. This is a celebration of our sport in this region. The hotbed here in California in the central section.
We would like to thank Cliff Keen, and they will be throwing out some T-shirts.
And here comes the teacher. Here comes the T-shirt. It gets crazy. The best is the little kids straight across. Again, the best is watching the little kids straight across on the mat. Cliff Keen comes out, they send their rep, and they just start throwing T-shirts. The little kids go nuts.
She got shoved
She's
over.
chucking it.
Where the little kids aren't even getting any love over here. Where are the people?
I don't know. Maybe they're saving it for the second T-shirt toss.
Oh, man. All these kids are like, I thought I was going to get a free T-shirt down here. Oh, man. The T-shirt toss. They better be doing it. We need to see some heads rolling over there for the kids down in the front.
What do you think, Michael? I mean, you like the T-shirt toss, Rob? It's part of the pageantry here, man, and it's not just a wrestling tournament. It's now become an event. It's become, to celebrate our sport, and listen to the crowd.
Hometown boy, here he comes.
Anthony Garza, Clovis High School.
Ooh, I just got chills. With that roar of the crowd there. I mean, just what he's thinking right now. Thinking about the most hated person in the building right now, Sammy Sanchez.
I'm not sure about that, but
I mean, with the hometown crowd right now, everybody's on.
At the moment.
At the moment, I'm saying. At the moment.
I love it. Here we go at 109 pounds. Sammy Sanchez of Esperanza taking on Clovis's own Anthony Garza.
You got to think you're literally walking into the Cougar Den, wrestling a Clovis Cougar itself.
And number one ranked kid in the state.
And the number one ranked kid in the state. I mean, this is freaking awesome. Oh, nice pass by.
And Garza only being a sophomore, sky's the limit. Took fourth last year as a freshman.
Anthony Garza is a sophomore from Clovis High School. Current record of 7 wins and 0 losses on the season. He is a Robert Arballo champion this season. He has placed
Here's that drop knee. You see it a lot with the little guys. And then, Sanchez controlling that elbow. Garza got a little too deep on that front headlock. His hand got a little bit too far deep, not on the chin.
Sanchez has been firing off, though, and putting Garza on the defense to start the match.
I love how Clovis is put on the back of their singlet. The original.
That's what I'm saying, man.
The original high school.
Snaps hard. Garza has been
a
controlling
little too
the
far
hands.
away there for
Yep.
Sanchez.
But Garza's keeping the distance, right? And last time Sanchez took a shot, and Garza just grabbed his arm, 2-on-1, just moved to the side, circled out. Now Sanchez gets
outside
there.
dump.
Dumps him.
Controls that elbow. Nice job by Sanchez.
Wow.
He was above the elbow,
Wow.
up on the tricep, hits the outside carry, comes back up on top and gets a 3 takedown on the number one ranked kid in the state.
And we got 2 lower classmen here. I mean, come on. Wrestling through here. Garza's trying to get this quick escape at the end of the period to take away that 3-point lead, but nope. Sanchez holds on to it. Moving into the second period, 3-0. Sanchez defers. Garza chooses bottom.
Garza chooses down to start the second period.
Sanchez, only a freshman here.
Freshman.
Freshman,
It's
yeah.
a freshman and a sophomore.
I mean, he is amazing. And, you look at Sammy Sanchez and what he's done, taking first at the folk style. He was a U17 world champ, in freestyle.
Switches over here.
U15 champ.
Oh. Garza goes switch. Sanchez stuffs it with a double. Just turned his shoulder and just drove the shoulder right into his stomach, and then it makes Garza have to go back to his belly. Oh, what a crossface.
And a true legal crossface. Be able to put it on that headgear and rip that on that corner.
Sanchez putting together a beautiful ride.
Sanchez says, Garza, I know you took fourth. I know it's your hometown, but this is my first opportunity. This is my first Doc B, and there's the stall call on Garza.
Yeah. Minute 5 in the period left, and Garza hasn't been able to get up. I mean, get to his base. It's the first time that he's actually putting something together, looking to get out of balance, maybe get a fresh start.
Well, I think he was trying to knee slide there, and Sanchez did a great job controlling that far leg, being able to sit down on it.
But now we do have a fresh start, and now let's see where he can take with it. You hear somebody in the car, Anthony, get out. Yeah, it's that easy. Sanchez putting together
Two
a
good
beautiful
officials
ride.
on the mat, too. Andy, state champion, by the way. Here.
Oh, yeah.
And then your head official, Rick McKinney, as the assistant. Look at the changeover there.
Again, he goes back off to the double to stuff it.
Yep. And as a freshman, to have that poise.
So the awareness of it, yeah.
I mean, you just look at his national tournaments that he did all as a young kid, you know.
I know.
U.S. Open in Greco and freestyle and folk style. Sanchez is coming into, good stop there.
16 seconds.
Sanchez coming into high school probably with at least 500 matches.
Easily.
Yeah.
And wrestling, the returning fourth place wrestler in the state, and putting a really good showing together.
And Christian, his coach, Holiday, stands up, looks at him, he says, keep the pace, you're doing a great job. And that reassurance from that freshman and that maturity factor. And look at him sit into it.
Yeah.
You get the nice little you stand up there by Garza, kind of gives him the hip, but he worked right back into that. And you saw that poise of Sanchez to circle right to stop that switch.
Every time.
Sanchez chooses bottom to start the third period.
Every time.
All 288-pound medalists.
Here we go. Sanchez out right away.
1 point escape.
3 seconds. 3-second escape for Sanchez. Garza needs to start going forward. He needs to start taking some risk. Sanchez is just...
He's controlling the center of the mat on his feet.
Yes.
And there's that reshot back to that carry again.
right in to the double, covers the hips.
The transition's beautiful.
Beautiful.
He's long enough to be able to reach that, but he's also on that cross body. He's with his left hand up on. He shoots to the right side on that carry, and as soon as Garza was able to hip out of that, he transitions back into it, circles behind, and gets a 3 takedown. Nice technique by the freshman, Sammy Sanchez.
This kid is different level right now, and he's a freshman.
He is, but he's not really a freshman, and what I mean by that is all of us in the state of California and the nation, we know who Sammy Sanchez is.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. And there's a reason why Sammy Sanchez is currently ranked, number 2, but also,
again,
it should be a lock and hands call here. Yep. There's going to be the lock and hands call on top. And now the assistant, ultimately Rick McKinney, initiated that, and that's one of his jobs as the assistant, is to look at the clock and to look for the locking hands.
But he switched off again back to that double. He went to go finish it like it was a neutral situation. He's been putting it together. Again, seasoned wrestler Sammy Sanchez is a dominant in the world. But is there a freshman, Doc B, first time getting after it? This is a huge step right here.
But Garza's still, in this match.
100%.
Gets up to that quad pod.
Stuffs it.
Nice, a little bit of a boot, but you see the speed there of Sanchez to get back in on that, to not let that separation happen.
He has suffocated the whole time. As soon as he turns his hips, his shoulders right in his gut.
Yep. Another switch attempt.
Oh, that was
Fisher was looking for it.
Yeah,
Didn't see it.
Didn't see it. Again, right back to it.
Right to a lift this time and a big redrop.
What a performance by Sammy Sanchez.
These first 3 periods.
Wow.
Your champion, the number 2 seed, currently now the number 1 ranked kid in the state of California at 109 pounds. The freshman from Esperanza High School, Sammy Sanchez.
Wow. What a match, man. Again, he's wrestled on the world stage, world champ. But the composure to have as a freshman coming into this tournament, into the prestigious of this tournament, again, like I said in the beginning of it, he was not liked in this moment. And he came out and said, you know what? Take this.
Well, another match that I can't wait to see, come last day of February, March, up at, up well, for us, down in Bakersfield in California, but
Up for you, down for me.
two guys that those of you out there watching on Flow, you know, Garza as a sophomore and Sanchez as a freshman. Yeah, they're 6-pounders, but dynamic world stage.
Man, that was awesome. I mean, these finals have been just lights out. It's just action-packed. No slow wrestling. I mean, we've had one pin. You know, it's we've had some drama. We've had some excitement.
Well, we try to not show the drama.
But we had it.
We you know, that's our job is producing this to be able to focus back on the wrestlers. But little technical difficulty with the national anthem. But it just shows that perseverance pays off, man.
It really does. It really does. And again, I've gotten goosebumps twice in this arena, in this gymnasium that feels like an arena. When we sang the national anthem, and then just as Garza was going out there, and just the reception he got from this crowd. Again, it's this atmosphere. It's all for these kids. It's all for the wrestlers that have really been putting it out on the line all weekend long.
Yeah, and what Clovis does a great job of is the fans get behind somebody that's not even their guys.
Yeah.
You know, you look at this next match coming up, and you know, to see Peyton Westfall from Missouri to be able to have that. Now, you got a semi-local kid here in Ontiveros from Pittman, you know, over there in Turlock, but the crowd itself recognizes the wrestling, and they're able to get behind them.
For sure.
Man, I'm looking down this list and just seeing, like, I mean, we're going to see Posada McDonald. We're going to see Bessemer Saldate, another Slam Academy, and that guy's just traveling all over.
Yeah.
You know, placing high at these tournaments at the Powerade and Super 32. And then, you know, number 4 in the nation, you know, Landon Sidden. He's coming out here from Pennsylvania, and he's going to take on Zink. And, like, the lineup just gets better and better coming down.
I mean, the way we set up the finals, I mean, it's
yeah, and that's a good shout out to Adam Tierpelli and Gabe Schaefer and those guys here at Clovis to put this lineup and to mix in some big guys and little guys and to keep this pace going.
let's go.
Here we are at 178 pounds. Your 1 seed, currently ranked 13th in the country, from Liberty, Missouri, Peyton Westfall, and his opponent, Mason Ontiveros, currently ranked number 3 in the state of California out of Pittman High School in Turlock.
And a 2023 Ironman placer. He is coached by Dustin Brewer, Kenzie McLean.
Mason has been putting together a great tournament, done just really well throughout the whole time. But I mean, he's going against a different little beast right now.
And you know, if you're looking at recruiting class, you know, him being a junior and going out to hang out there in Oklahoma. I mean, part of the Big 12.
Westfall, though, is this kid. He's been manhandling people.
You know, he's ranked 13th in the country.
He's been getting after it this whole tournament. I got to commentate at his quarters and just putting stuff together.
You know, ironically, we talked about it in an earlier match when we were over there talking with Coach Keesaw, and I just flat out said, you know, I was like, you know, Coach Vasconcelos came around and we're like, hey, man, you know, Mason looks good. And next thing you know, he pops up out of the corner, too.
I love it's like you have 2 different tournaments going on here at Doc B with the 2 different gyms.
Yeah.
So I was, you know, over there with the big boys a lot, and it was a lot of fun.
Really?
Yeah, you know.
Nice.
But these boys have just been heavy-handed. It's been fist fights out there the whole time. They both have been. They're right there with Mason. Just wonderful snap. You know, it might not be a ton of like shots at the same time, but these hand fights, this ain't for the faint of heart. Five seconds left in the first. 0-0.
Liberty, Missouri. Peyton Westfall. They make the trip out here. You know, a lot of these guys were able to come out, you know, right beforehand. You know, you look at Leighton, they came out and wrestled Gilroy down the way. But they're able to come out here in that early New Year's, get acclimated here to the West Coast, stay here for the tournament. They're coming all the way from Missouri. We're going to get the first points on the board for Westfall with the escape.
He got right up to his feet, real nice, quick, no messing around, gets to work. But again, Mason puts on a hand fight right there.
With the level change, and there's that level change in the speed there. Westfall being able to circle out of that.
Heavy, heavy hands by both wrestlers.
And he puts the actual stall call there on Westfall. You know,
Yeah.
I don't necessarily disagree with that.
No.
You know, the referee wants a little bit of action, so you're gonna ding somebody. And the heavy hands has been, in reality, on Tavares the whole time.
And he's been taking the risk, right?
Yeah.
He's rewarding the risk. He's taken a
Yeah, and if you look at it as not punishing the stale, you're rewarding the action of Ontiveros.
100% there. I mean, and again, not saying Westfall is actually he's not stalling, right? But Ontiveros is putting the pressure on him, and Westfall's just not. There's this good attack, but he got in on that leg. He got deep. Ontiveros keeping that head on the mat with the shin wizard. It's giving Westfall a hard time. He's looking to go cross.
But look at Ontiveros also spread that power. He's got his hand on the mat. He's got his foot pushing into him. All that weight's going into Westfall.
Yes. Now Westfall gets the leg in, but Ontiveros right up to the foot. Goes for a roll.
Still no control.
Nothing here. Nothing yet. Nothing yet.
15 on the clock.
Gets the 3.
Great persistence by Westfall. Ironically, as soon as that pressure was taken off, Westfall counters, gets the scramble, and gets the takedown to go up 4-0.
Wow. What? I mean, and Ontiveros was doing a great job. It just moments elapsed.
It was the moment that he took that pressure off. You know, I had mentioned it again, announcer jinx. You're pushing pressure into him. And as soon as he took that pressure off into him, Westfall felt that change, circle back out, and gets the scramble for the takedown.
Right up to his feet, into the quad pod.
Little double thigh pry right there.
Cuts, gets his point. So, I mean, Ontiveros is still, we're just one takedown away here. And he's been putting on the pressure. He's been taking all the risk. He needs to just keep going. Don't stray off your plan. Stick to your plan. And trust his process. He's been doing good to this point. He just needs to keep going. Minute and a half left. Oh, Westfall putting that collar tie on. And he also does, he can't stop wrestling. He does have a stall call on him. So, I mean.
And Ontiveros, you know, he's very aware of that. Here comes back up to the collar tie and that's heavy hands.
He needs to start firing, though. He needs to start taking shots. He needs to go back to that. Yep, there's that fake. There's the shot. Gets it deep. Can he get the finish here? He's looking to get it to the inside. Westfall keeping that foot to the outside now. Heavy hips. Can he come up?
Good job by Westfall to post that leg out, to stop that single leg, shifts that head, throws those hips in, gets Ontiveros' head underneath him, and a great defense there by Westfall.
And Ontiveros was deep.
He was really deep.
Really deep on that.
He fed him the hips and stuffed it, put that head to the center. But again, you know, you're talking about Ontiveros having to go, but in reality, he's okay here. He only needs one takedown. He's still got 35 seconds to go. He had a nice little flurry, and he's got another one coming here.
You got 30 now, though.
30 seconds.
I mean, also, too, because if he gets a stall call on him,
the takedown to possibly to take the lead. But as we say it, right back into on the attack for Westfall.
Beautiful. Beautiful job. Elevating. Now just need to get that arm out. There
and he controls the hips and gets the 3
Secures
with 10
the
seconds to go.
He's been putting together a great tournament all weekend long, and he just caps it off with the final. And caps it off with a hat.
Currently ranked 13th in the nation. Currently a cowboy hat winner. Currently your champion from Liberty, Missouri at 178 pounds, Peyton Westfall.
What a tournament for that boy. Peyton Westfall just wrestled his butt off the whole time. But Mason Altaveras, got to give him credit. That was awesome. He put himself a great tournament too. So we're going to be moving on, man. It's just been an awesome, awesome, awesome tournament. Our finals has been nothing but amazing wrestling. We're going from 178 to 218. Oh, Angelo Posada and Cale McDonald. I mean, this is the number one, number two guy in the state. Posada has been putting on a major just clinic throughout the whole tournament. I mean, scoring from all positions. And McDonald has just been being just the strong, dominant 218-pounder that you see, right? And it's just difference in body types and just 100% wrestling through all these strong positions. And I'm really looking. It's going to be an awesome match to watch. I got to commentate for both of them, McDonald's quarters and Posada's semis, and they both have been dominant through this whole tournament. And McDonald with the win over Whitehead in the semis to push him into the finals. I mean, that's a nationally ranked kid from Nevada, Liberty of Nevada, who ended up taking third in this tournament. And now he has to go against the number 3 or 2 in the country, returning state champion in wrestling, Angelo Posada. I mean, it's going to be a heck of a match. It just keeps getting better and better and better. What do you think, partner?
I don't know. Here comes another one, Posada and McDonald.
Yep.
You know, Posada is a guy that you saw at the end of last year. Pretty dominant California state championships. Many people talked about the weight not being extremely deep, but he ran through his weight class. And then you see a situation where he's like, okay, well, I'm wrestling 175 pounds. I'm a growing boy. He's down in that Poway room working with Stephen Neal. And he's like, I'm going to Stanford. I'm not going to cut weight. I'm going to go all the way up to 215. And he's currently ranked number 1 in the state.
I mean, he won nationals last year at Fargo at 215, weighing 200 pounds.
And the Super 32.
I mean, just puts it together.
You know, his who's number 1, obviously, you know, that weight class a little bit lower, but going to Stanford. And we talked about it earlier on the pre-broadcast. Here comes Angelo Posada, enjoying his run with Poway, state champion, helped them to a team title last year. And here comes Cale McDonald. Here we go at 218 pounds. Your number 1 seed, Angelo Posada of Poway, taking on Cale McDonald, your number 2 seed of Fountain Valley.
Again, McDonald holds that square stance and goes heavy hands, trying to control the tide. But look, Posada goes straight into that single leg. Whizzing hard by McDonald right now. Posada has to try to get his head off the mat to elevate it. As he steps over, get a stalemate. Again, holding a square stance, more of a heavy hand, wants to make it a gritty match, bang with you. And Posada's that slick wrestler, you know, wants to get to the singles, build up.
Yeah, but don't get Posada can bang with anybody.
I'm not saying you can't,
I get you. I get you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a little just, you know.
The frame of Posada, you know, last year, tall, a little bit thinner, and then now just being able to hit that growth spurt, fill out that body, up at 215 pounds. And then he just rocks into the chiseled Cale McDonald. He's just yacked and tatted up and, you know, just a good-looking specimen. Posada underneath. McDonald, a little bit, there's that chest wrap.
And then he gets to the legs.
Yep.
I mean, that's where that slick comes in, you know, like.
It does, you know, not everybody can be Dake and hit that chest wrap and be able to lift it and elevate it to get your hips out. But Posada's so strong there to be able to suck that back up, turn the corner and get that 3 takedown. Impressive by Angelo. You look over in that corner, you got National Coach of the Year, obviously John Myers, and look who's just behind him chomping on the gum.
Right.
You know,
Stephen Neal.
Stephen Neal.
13 seconds left in the first. Posada up 3-0. I love how Posada was in that claw and he had his toes hanging in, trying to stay in as long as possible. McDonald just walked him out.
Just pure strength.
Pure strength.
Yeah.
Just brute strength.
It really is.
At 215 pounds is hanging off your back.
But you look at a situation here just like we're looking at. Posada hanging off to the side, but keeping that tight waist and that pressure to him to keep in McDonald.
Staying neutral.
McDonald chooses neutral to start this.
You know, McDonald looks like he could start as a middle linebacker in college right now.
Heavy hands. It goes overtime. Posada goes overtime. And he keeps the hand low.
But his wingspan is so unbelievably long.
Yeah.
Like,
it's hard to get to him. But again, McDonald's making it gritty. Heavy hands, clubs, trying to tie him up, keep it tight.
you know, McDonald, he's got a great commit going up to Oregon State.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it was good to see Chris Pendleton here. Oregon State recruits really well, and Posada's in on a shot.
Covers the hips right away.
Look at him change. Yeah.
Yep.
Go ahead. Talk about it.
Covers the hips right away. Right, so gets in, gets a shot, holds it in, and just right over the top. Covers the hips to secure the takedown. He doesn't give his opponents a chance to get their hips back down to the mat.
You know, we're big proponents of wrestling out here, obviously, on the West Coast. You know, East Coast is got their stuff going, right?
Yeah.
But, you know, to see the programs like Stanford and Oregon State, you know, let's talk a little bit about McDonald here going to Oregon State. You know, they're recruiting heavy as much as they can in California.
Yeah.
You know, they got Blake Woodward, you know, from Buchanan, third place last year at 6s, moving all the way up to 52s. But now you got to commit like McDonald at Oregon State. Took 5th last year at the state of California, and now he's currently ranked 2nd, looking to push the pace here with Posada.
Who's nationally nationally ranked in number 1 seed going to Stanford. I mean, these kids are staying on the West Coast and proving that, you know, they're ready to take on the world.
You know, I'm looking around here to my left-hand side, I see a Michigan, you know, coach coming out and recruiting. You know, you see, you know, Pendleton was here, you know, Oregon State. You know, you see a lot of these.
Valley.
Utah, I'm just going to talk about them. You know, and what Ayers is doing there, you know, Stanford. It's just, it's really comforting to know that the West Coast is got some life back in it.
But again, putting on this spectacle of a tournament and I mean, having all these national ranked kids and just top tier wrestlers.
Yep.
This is what puts our state on the map in the sport. Posada picks bottom. McDonald's like, no, we got to go up. We're going to go up. Let's just stay on the feet here.
Exactly, yeah. Give up the point here. He knows that he's going to need really couple takedowns here.
McDonald needs to take risk. He needs to go. He hasn't taken a shot yet.
Right.
You need to close the space. I know it's way easier said than done, but needs to close the space, needs to take the risk. If you're gonna keep going neutral, you got to go at some point in time.
All 178-pound medalists, please report to the podium now.
That wingspan of Posada just keeps him.
Did you see him literally touch the mat from that position?
Yep.
You know, he's in a stance, and his fingers were on the mat to balance himself.
And down block, right? Like he has to go through his arm to get to where he wants to be.
Forget about
there
that.
again. Oh,
but
man.
There's that heads, hands defense.
Yep.
But with the down block to be able to remove that leg as well, that's that length of Posada that makes it so difficult for McDonald to get in on his shots.
Yeah, the body frame of Posada just gives him such an advantage on his defense. But then he just takes off. I wouldn't be surprised. He's going to try to build his lead here. He doesn't need to.
One minute to go in regulation.
He's going to try. McDonald just has no answer to him. There we go. Now he gets to an underhook.
Again, look at the position there by Posada. He's got his palm on the mat, staying square. Fountain Valley coaches are asking for the stall call here.
I don't think that's going to happen. 35 seconds. Stale.
Stilling. 33 seconds remaining.
Now, Coach Myers says, hey, listen, you got one more shot left in you.
Wants the major.
Yep.
There it is. He builds height. Builds height, cover the hips, gets a takedown.
It's just impressive. And that's just the coaching aspect of it.
He's like, hey, bud, we're not going to stop wrestling here right now, buddy. Let's finish on top.
You know, the coaching aspect of Myers being able to say, hey, know your guy. Here's the wrestlers. Let's figure this out. Go get one more shot for me.
Angelo Posada he's just been dominant all year long. He keeps being dominant.
He really has, and it's impressive to watch. Your champion, cowboy hat winner, Doc B champion, 218 pounds from Poway High School, Angelo Posada.
Awesome match. Kid's on a different level right now. On a different level. Stanford got a good one.
Well, ironically, you look at that situation there. The final score getting the major, Myers is well aware of the team points here, and to be able to secure that third and fourth place match, only being a point different between Poway and Clovis, with Clovis still coming up with McCade, they needed that major. Let's secure that major. Let's get that bonus points and really work for the team effort, not only your individual effort. But hey, listen, I know you got one more in it. You saw Coach Myers hold up one more. Get me one more. Yeah. And he went out and he said, I got you, Coach.
Yeah, he's like, okay, oh, you want one more? Here you go. Here, 3 seconds later, he gets it for him.
Those are the little things as a former coach that I look at. I'm not the most technical guy, but to be able to see Myers look at the situation, know the situation of, hey, team points implications here. We're not on the top. We didn't bring our full lineup, but we're in a situation where I need a point here.
Yeah.
You go to your guy. You go to your number one ranked guy in the state and hey, listen, you're going against number 2 ranked dude. I need one more takedown.
Yeah.
We got less than 15, 20 seconds left. He points to him. He gets his attention. He says, get me one more.
Yeah.
And he went out and got him one more.
And it was beautiful. I mean, Posada, like I said, he's been putting a tournament. He put an amazing tournament here together, but he's just been doing everything he needs to do all season long, showing where he deserves to be, And I mean, winning Super 32s, winning Fargo. He lost at who's number 1, but then came back and avenged that Super 32s.
Yeah.
He's putting himself a senior year together.
And, Reno TOC a couple weeks, you were there, seeing him to be able to come out, get onto the podium and win that title. I mean, good for Posada.
And that was sorry, let me correct myself.
Sure.
That's where he avenged the who's number 1.
Correct.
At Reno.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
Yep.
And then comes here and wins Doc B with a major.
Yeah.
I mean, that's if you could just top it off with a state championship, right? Like
a 2-time state champion, that would be even better.
I mean, like I just said, and they're talking about, there's
not to mention a 3-time finalist, and not to cut you off.
No.
His sophomore year, losing, I can't remember who he lost to. He was at like 160 pounds. He took second, but he lost as his sophomore year, and then to come back and win it last year as a junior, to really be the dominant guy in that tournament. Angelo Posada. Stanford's getting a good one. Little crowd happy here for the local guy, Buchanan Ashton Besmer. And he's going to take on a really tough opponent, currently ranked 7th in the country in Manuel Saudate. Here we go, 135 pounds. Ashton Besmer, Buchanan taking on Manny Saudate of Slam Academy.
Saudate right after.
He's currently ranked 7th in the country.
Saudate just manhandled that takedown.
It was slick.
Wants to pull him back in, not letting him go.
He's a 3-time state champion, 3-time Fargo All-American, 1-time Fargo finalist.
You got some blood?
US Open All-American.
Looks like we got some blood.
4th, 5th, and 3rd Doc B. He's a
on Bismarck.
and a Super 32 placer. He is coached by
Again, another shout out to this awesome training staff. They brought in an army here of training staff for these wrestlers. No shortage of some quality people.
He is a Fargo runner-up and Zinkin Classic champion this year. He has placed fourth at state. He is a two-time Zinkin
Sadate
champion.
took advantage of Bismarck. Bismarck tried to take a shot, and Sadate just, like I said, manhandled him into that takedown.
Yeah, and you know, Ashton Besmer's no slouch.
No.
You know, he's a West Point commit.
Commit.
Yeah, got to go out in that big EIWA. That's some
Good
tough
for
wrestling
him,
there,
man.
man. And Manny, here comes that love again for Oregon State.
Yeah.
You know, he's heading out to Oregon State. Shout out to Orange Raymond there for giving me that information. I couldn't remember where he was going.
Bismarck never stopped moving there. Never stopped moving. Kept chaining his attempts to get out there over and over and over until he got out there. Sadate couldn't hold on anymore.
Well, let's see if he can remuster up the storm.
Right, on his feet.
Yeah, those first, 20 seconds were.
Sadate in an over-under position here.
And he feels very comfortable there.
Yeah. Sets his shoulder. If you watch how Sadate has his shoulder set onto the trap of
Besmer.
Thank you. That's going to stop Besmer from getting the attempt there. But now
Look at that
Besmer
reshot
on him, covers it up and gets the 3 takedown. But Saldate's not done here.
Chest wrap.
Has to watch himself though with his backs.
He did. He's already given up the 3-point he's already given up the 3-point takedown. With that chest wrap, you put yourself in that exposure position. But Besmer fighting back, coming back and getting that takedown to take the lead 4-3.
Saldate's scooping.
Now he's feeding him the hip though. Saldate kind of get a little bit out of position there.
Yeah.
Got his head up.
Bismarck took great advantage of
He
it.
really did. And then right here on the defense, Besmer starts to circle right. Saldate's coming back out, and Besmer's like, I got to put my pressure back into him. Circles and feeds him the hip to keep the takedown.
I mean, that was an awesome re-attack by Besmer.
Saldate chooses bottom to start the second period.
Off of that over-under tie.
Yeah.
Comes off it and takes that shot. That was only the first period.
We're spoiled, man.
We are.
Best seats in the house, great wrestling, best wrestling here on the West Coast, if not the country. Like I will put this tournament up. We might be a little biased by being on the West Coast,
That's
but it is a top-level tournament.
Saldate ties it up, 4-4 now. Besmer goes back
Little elbow pass,
to the leg.
elevates it, kind of pulls it over the head, looking for that ankle. Saldate's like, I'll take that back. Not going to give you that one easy.
The level changes to try to create those angles.
There's that pressure on the hip by Besmer.
Oh, deep underhook.
But stopped really well by Saldate. It was almost kind of like a duck slide by with the left hand, and Saldate recognized it and put that hand on the hip and didn't let him get to that high C.
But also when he had his underhook, his elbow was out, and he had good position on it.
Yeah.
He's a well-rounded wrestler. Bismarck's been on the attack, though, this whole period.
Dude, Ashton Besmer is a goer. He's got a gas tank for sure.
He has been on the attack the whole time.
Look, 2-on-1, trying to pull in that Russian. Right back to the underhook.
Re-attack by Saldate.
Look, pulled the elbow, now down to the hip, and right back down to the ankle.
Leg, gets a 3.
He went elbow, hip, back down to the ankle, secures the 3, and takes a 7-4 lead.
On the number 7 kid ranked in the nation.
High-level wrestling by Besmer.
Besmer drops back down. Saldate's trying, short time here, trying to get this escape. Goes to roll again. Is he going to get out? He gets his 1.
Good persistence. He hit the roll, caught the ankle. Besmer did towards the end, about 10 seconds left. Comes back out, switches directions on the roll, and gets the escape and faces him up to break it to 7-5. We're not done yet.
Not done yet. Not done yet. Ashton chooses bottom.
Noah Ninger, please report.
Try to get back that 3-point lead.
Noah Ninger from Stockton River, please report to the stage.
Oh,
Tilt.
little tilt
Now he's
into
in,
a bar. Went from a tilt right into his bar.
and deep into the tight waist.
218 pounds.
Besmer doing a good job to stay out of the Anderson there, grabbing his own hamstring. Saldate stepping around, but Besmer keeping that pressure away on the hip.
Keeping his hand back so he can't get there. Now, oh.
But Saldate's aware enough not to step out in front so Besmer can sit up into it.
When does Saldate cut him though? I mean, he's down by 2. He has to get a turn here. Coach has got to be talking to him.
You know, normally that golden minute mark is where you're at. We're looking over at the Slam Academy. They're near the edge, and here's the choice. I'm looking at their coaches, and he says, put him neutral.
Put him neutral.
Let's see if he does it. He gave him the option. He said, do you want to go neutral? It looks like Saldate doesn't. He's going to work for the turn here. Again, 4 near fall for the win. Oh! Gets into its tilt. Besmer rolls through it. Only got 1 swipe, and he gets the escape. Oh, and a nice deep shot back into the underhook. Banging hard is Saldate.
Saldate is on a mission right now. Pressure, pressure, pressure.
Needs the takedown to tie it.
Can't get caught up here, though. Bismarck doing a good job. He's all right here.
Plenty of time. 40 seconds to go.
30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Ashton circling, has to circle. Just control the center. Don't go backwards. Control the center here.
Looking to get a takedown of his
gets
own.
in the leg. Beautiful. That's what he had to do. Can't give it up. Stay underneath the leg. Elevate it. Stay underneath the leg.
15
he can
to
stay
go.
Here.
Trying to get to that lock.
Saldate pulling hard.
Besmer's got to keep his hips to the mat, glued to the mat. 5 seconds to go. Can Besmer pull it off?
Wow.
Ashton Besmer, he does it. He takes out the 7th-ranked wrestler in the state or in the country. Your winner at 135 pounds from Buchanan High School, Ashton Besmer.
Wow. That was an awesome match. Just relentless. Besmer was relentless.
So rad.
Big time right there. That was big time.
Who knows, maybe another Fargo matchup later on down the road.
Who knows, right?
Well, I mean, obviously with Besmer Jr. heading out to, you know, he's a 26 commit going to West Point, but with Saldate heading to Oregon State. And they're both on that national circuit.
Angelo Posada, please report to the podium.
Angelo, you're number 1, buddy. You got to be there.
Now, again, it's always a bummer when somebody talks something up and it doesn't live up to the billing. But when it does, they're great moments.
Yeah.
And I think that this is going to be a great moment. Sergio Vega, Sunnyside, Arizona, currently ranked number 3 in the country and taking on California's finest, you know, Jesse Grajeda. And Grajeda just doesn't quit. St. John Bosco.
It's a matchup that is going to be awesome. I've become a fan of Vega. I love his demeanor. I love that he's just I love his demeanor. It's a good. He's so relaxed out there.
You know, if you want to see a really good match, obviously last year's state finals with Grajeda, you know, he came out second. A tough ending for him, you know, with kid from Poway. I'm blanking on his name. All of you guys out there on Flow are laughing at me, but the point is that his adversity to take that second place, and he's been on a mission. You've seen it all year long. You saw him at TOC, and now you've seen him here.
Yes.
Grajeda as a sophomore with St. John Bosco, being able to put that pressure. He's got a gas tank.
Yeah.
Navita
There you go.
Yeah,
You got
yeah.
it.
It's coming, man. The brain gets a little slower when you get to the 40s.
We're at 7 o'clock on the finals.
West Coast, baby.
Of Doc B right now. So, here we go.
Well, we can't thank you guys enough for watching out here on the West Coast, watching on Flow. It's been great to be able to be on these calls over the last couple of years. It's a pleasure to be here, have you, Robbie, here with me.
Brian, it's a true pleasure to be here, buddy. It really is. I'm glad I got to come out and come down and do this with you. It's been awesome. It's been a blessing. Truly a blessing to be come out here and work with one of the best, man.
You know, it's the humbleness of being able to be on a call and sitting there talking with Dave from Flow and being able to be out here and to provide our energy for the people back at home.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go, 141 pounds, your number 3 ranked wrestler in the nation, Sergio Vega of Sunnyside, Arizona, taking on the number 1 ranked wrestler here in the state of California, Jesse Grajeda.
If you watch Vega's feet, his feet come so close together in his stance.
He is coached by Anthony Leon.
I love Sunnyside singlets too.
You know,
they've old school,
and they've always worn those leg tights. And Grajeda in on a shot. Wizard leg defense there by Vega.
Jesse Grajeda is a sophomore out of St. John Bosco. Current record of 21 wins and 0 losses.
You're hitting
This year he has been
deep front headlock there, but Vega had that elbow and was not letting go.
in 2024. He was a Doc B finalist, as well as a journeyman World Classic champion. And a
Sunnyside, you know, they're always got those leg tights, blue and white, and it's just it's part of their mystique.
The swagginess of the A6 right now in the blue and white tight singlet. He's swagging out.
And Sunnyside just, you know, they're a great program out there in Arizona.
They had a couple real good matches for their team this weekend. I think they're definitely in the top 10 in the team race. Vega in a 2-on-1. Grajeda stuffs the shot attempt, though. Again, back to those real close feet, real close together.
30 seconds.
Grajeda needs to start picking up the pace a little bit, I feel.
You know, they're currently sitting in the 6th position here in the team race.
How far back are they from 5th?
They're pretty far back, you know, 40 points.
All 135-pound medalists, please report to the podium.
Goes to pass it by. Vega goes to pass it by, and then Grajeda gets up to that wing there. Keeps him right there, willing to go 0-0.
So, and that's that square positioning. You know, I call it a saddle ride where your hand's actually up on the back, whatever you're going to call it. You know, to be able to square your hips and get hip to hip there. Don't give up position, but also don't offer up position to somebody else.
Yeah.
Grajeda chooses neutral to start the second period.
A little bit of a head tap there by Grajeda. Hey, I'm still here.
I think Grajeda needs to start picking up the pace, though. Needs to start picking up the pace and get to his style, just relentless attack. He gets to the leg, covers the hips, gets the 3-point takedown. Keep a foot in the middle. Vega circles back in. Not taking the easy way out, not getting a fresh start, gets a 1.
Well, you asked for it, and he said, okay, I got you, coach. I'm going to go take care of it.
I mean, right on point there.
Well, that's the explosiveness of Grajeda, and Vega's got it back. You saw he gave up the takedown, but he got to quickly back up to his feet, and he's back on a re-attack himself.
But he didn't look for the way out. He wants to stay on the mat and stay going. Now he's looking to score. Grajeda needs to be smart here. Vega's going to try to pull him back in to go behind. Grajeda needs to come back up to his feet, control the elbow, come back up to his feet,
But see, Grajeda's smart there. There's the intelligence. He knew he had the edge of bounds.
Yep.
If I was able to come back in and step up into that, chances of me getting taken down in bounds. Well, if they re-attack and he's shooting off, Vega shoots him off, he circled back out of it, get a fresh start, get 100%. Out of that dangerous position.
I agree. Again, keep that pace. The pace was working. Keep the pace. Try to build on your lead. Keep your pace. Put him on his heels.
Got a little bit of a poke in the eye on accident, Vega and Grajeda. Grajeda trying to work through that.
Shot attempt by Vega. Grajeda looking to try to catch the corner.
135-pound medalist, please report to the podium.
And it circles back to the center. Now he needs to go forward. Keep Vega's heels towards the out of bounds. Vega, though, needs to get to a slick movement. Start flowing. He's getting tied up. Needs to get out of this and start flowing like he's been. Oh, there he goes. Gets in. Can he finish? Gets to the corner.
Well, Grajeda tried to hop over, and it's stopped by Vega. Now Vega's in on a little bit of a carry position. Short time here, under 5 to go. That's the action that we were looking for. That's the slickness. That's the pace of Grajeda. Grajeda tried to almost, I don't know, flying squirrel over the top of that. Not from the standing position, but
from the knees.
Now he gets his turn on top.
There he goes. Vega right up to his feet.
And Grajeda's like, I'm good, man. I'll let you go.
All right, let's see what Sergio can do here.
3-2 lead for Grajeda.
Oh, beautiful re-attack.
He put his head right on top of his shoulder blades. Now he's in on that attack, but look at Vega be able to get those hips back out, get that pressure back on, flatten out, and got a cradle position.
Oh, my.
He's got it locked up. There's Vega.
My.
He's got it locked up, gets the 3 takedown. He's getting sliced. He gets the fall.
Vega gets the fall.
The match lives up to the billing.
Oh, my.
Grajeda.
That's the slickness of Vega.
I tried to warn you guys, like, it is there. He can score from any position. He put the head, well, in reality, Grajeda hits the shot, puts his head right on the shoulder blades, and Vega catches him, sneaks in that cradle.
Wow.
Sunnyside, your champion and cowboy hat winner, number 3 ranked kid in the country from Sunnyside, Arizona, Sergio Vega.
Sergio Vega out of nowhere with the cradle to get the fall. I mean, what a job. Way to go, kid. Wow.
Jesse controlled that match.
Yeah.
He was there, but man, that explosiveness just for Vega to come out and shows, like, you got to wrestle it all. I got a bag of tricks, and I hit you in a near side cradle and stuck you.
And when I was saying there, when Grajeda was going forward, pushing pace, getting to the shots, getting to the angles, and then as soon as he lets Vega have any bit of confidence, Vega takes over and gets right into his slickness and throws in a cradle.
It was just great here.
Holy
what an
moly.
amazing last little, 45 seconds or so. We have the ability here. We're going to check this out here on the replay for us. Those of you at home, you're going to have to go back on it, but we got the replay. From the position, Grajeda's in a good spot, and he takes a really good shot. He puts his head right on him. He pushes it, and he gets in on a single leg, and immediately Vega crashes it. And when he gets his hips back out square is where Grajeda gets caught. He gets bunched up, and look at that.
But look how he keeps the pry on the head. He keeps his legs nice and tight and then just finds the cradle. Like, Grajeda was in deep, and he just kept his legs and hips nice and tight and then brought the head to the knee.
The impressive part for me that I saw was when Vega, when Grajeda's in on the shot and he's underneath him, Vega's caught. He's way unbelievably deep, but he clears his hips back out, and when he squared up his hips, he was able to lock that bottom leg into a cradle.
Oh my gosh.
And then he just went to work.
It's like, oh, this is mine. Thank you.
What an
I'll take that cowboy hat.
amazing shot there.
Wow.
Just so fun. I didn't want to jinx us whatsoever. I truly thought that match would be just a barn burner. And, Grajeda controls the match there up until about 1 minute and 40 seconds left in the third. And then Vega's like, hey, you took one bat. You got out of position once.
Yes.
And I countered and I put you on your back.
And that's when Vega took complete advantage. I mean, it was beautiful. It was truly, truly beautiful. Vega just went after it and then stopped. He never felt like he was in a position of I need to score now. He never was flurried, flustered. He just stayed stuck to his plan. He just stuck to his plan.
Oh, some more t-shirt toss, baby. More t-shirt toss. Cliff Keen, the big sponsor here. They got the kids coming out. throwing all the fans and T-shirts. And here comes the scramble. There's those little kids getting some love.
That's what we want to see. Little kids fighting for T-shirts.
How do these last 4 live up to the previous 4 and then the previous 4 before that?
Oh, my gosh. Where are we going?
You know, it sounds a little bit, weird, but we literally have the best seat in the house for the best tournament and the best wrestlers. Just so humbling and blessed to be here on the call. We go from a number 3 ranked wrestler in the state, in the country, to a number 4 ranked wrestler in the country with Landon Sidden. And he's all the way from PA. They came on out, and he's going to be wrestling Rockland Zinkin. Deputy Superintendent for Clovis Unified just comes over, brought us some waters, and said $5 a piece. He's been, their whole stuff has been phenomenal. But here we are, 123 pounds, number 4 ranked wrestler in the country, Landon Sidden of Norwin, Pennsylvania. And he's taken on the number 1 ranked wrestler in the state of California, Rockland Zinkin out of Buchanan. And Zinkin quickly elevating that leg up onto the shoulder.
Now it's a trolling, nothing yet. Landon's a hard out, man. He's not just going to give it up right away. Nothing yet. Zinkin needs to try to re-elevate here. Landon controlling the wrist. Now Rockland gets the 3, gets the takedown. That was a hard-fought takedown for Rockland Zinkin there.
You know, the way he held that elbow, just great technique.
Did you see the defensive Landon was to grab the hand and push it on the mat? It was very interesting. That was a hard out, and Zinkin finished beautifully.
Zinkin, a junior, he's a 2-time state finalist already. He lost in the finals as a freshman. He wins it last year as a sophomore. Now he's still currently ranked number 1 in the state. And guess where he's going? He's going out to see David Taylor at Oklahoma State.
Yep.
Oh, and a nice knee pick by Sidden. Excuse me. My apologies, family. I worked on that. Landon Sidden. Little knee pick.
That was beautiful. Crossbody knee pick. At the end of the period to give him the lead. At the end of the period to get the takedown to give him up a 1-point lead. Landon's going to take bottom. Try to extend the lead a little bit here.
Rock was absolutely fired up, man. Came out, gets that takedown.
Way to start. Goes optional, pushes him away, wants to get back to it, action on the feet.
That showed the power of Sidden right there, but even more power from Rockland to pull that leg back. Now he's in on a low single leg.
Elevates.
Rock trying to control that. I can't see it if he's got that arm. No, he's only got the ankle.
Yep, trying to pull out. Trying to roll underneath.
Again, that's that high school rule as opposed to the college rule.
Yep.
In high school, you're being able to get into those dangerous positions. Can't do that in college anymore.
Nope. I mean, I got to see Sidden's top game, so I think it's going to be interesting to see. I'm going to guess Rockland's going to probably take neutral in the second period because Sidden is a hard ride. He doesn't stop.
It's 2-on-1.
It's where it is there. So
and he's interesting on how he drags it across to the far hip.
Yeah.
He'll take it and he'll pull it off to the far hip. Referee asking for action.
Minute left. Oh, goes throw by. Can he catch the corner?
But again, elbow a little bit too deep for Rock.
Yep. And Landon holds on, willing to take the stalemate there. 53 seconds, has a 2-point lead. Oh, dives in for the shot.
On a straight double, but now we got double underhooks here from Rock. Rockland Zinkin staying in good position, closing the gap here, pulling it in tight, and I'm going to work on a stalemate. I was really caught out of position.
Yep.
Wanted to take the double underhooks, pull himself in, secure the stalemate.
But great action for both wrestlers. Both wrestlers are taking the risk, trying to get the takedowns, trying to build their points.
Duck attempt stuffed by sit-in.
Then he needs to find the corner. His elbow's out. He can try to get behind. But back up to their feet. 15 left on the clock.
Knee tap. Yeah. He circled to it. Sidden did a great job there, though. He caught himself on that knee and quickly transitioned his weight to the opposite knee. Didn't want to give up that knee tap.
So he needs to keep attacking. Keep attacking.
Well, he chose neutral, eh?
Yeah. The top game of Landon, he was riding everybody. It's truly a great thing to have as he goes into college, the ability to ride. It's that Pennsylvania, you know?
It really is, and that's that knock that everybody talks about, West Coast being, a little bit better on their feet, and Matt wrestling on the East Coast. Well, you're out on the West Coast. He's got to get a takedown here.
Looks like another stalemate position. They're just getting their elbows a little too deep.
Yeah.
To be able to work out of it.
You know, from that front headlock position, you kind of want that hand on the chin. If you get that hand any deeper, the bottom wrestler can control that elbow, whether you hit a slide by, a knee pick. Sitting with an underhook on the far side.
Ziggler needs to go off the re-attack. I think to get into the legs, he needs to go off to the re-attack. Landon's there, right there, putting them together. Putting them together. Oh, Landon was able to get the legs back out.
Rockman trying to go upper body here with a double underhook, trying to elevate it, inside trip. He's got him elevated, but a nice, good job for Sidney. Clear those elbows on the inside to pull out of it.
Rockland needs to start going here. No, can he catch the angle? Re-attack here, gets down.
5-3, 20 seconds to go.
Takedown wins.
Zinkin needs the takedown.
Needs to get out of there, he needs to get another one. 10 seconds to go.
Pushing the pace, another half shot. There's the stall call on Sidden.
6 seconds, 6 seconds.
Five seconds to go. Can Sidden hold on, or does Rockland go ahead and get that shot? He attacks off the whistle, driving, drops those hips. And your champion, number 4 in the country, number 1 here at the Dock B from Norwin, Pennsylvania, at 123 pounds, Landon Sidden.
Put together a beautiful tournament. Wrestled great in the finals against a high-performing opponent. I mean, it's the threat you have as a rider. No one wants to go underneath you. So, typically you would go there and try to get the escape, cut the lead a little bit more, and then that stall call might be more inactive to help you out. But Landon's, his top game is just too good. So Zinkin had to go on his feet.
Jesse Grajeda, please report to the podium.
Oh, man. 3 more to go. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for staying with us. It's been a pleasure to be here at the Dock Buchanan Tournament, 2025 Dock Buchanan Tournament. Truly some amazing wrestling that we've seen throughout the whole weekend. We're finishing up with a few just high-flying matches. We're heading to the 129-pound weight class.
Two-time defending state champ, Ronnie Ramirez. Matter of fact, you know, Ronnie is a senior out of Walnut. He's only been in the state finals. You know, as a freshman, he was in the state finals and took second. Then he wins it as a sophomore. He wins it as a junior. You know, he's currently ranked second right now behind Moses Mendoza, but I'm assuming that, you know, they're going to flop that ranking after the placings here at Doc B. But his opponent, Antonio Rodriguez of Los Gatos, is absolutely no slouch. What he did in the semis was amazing. He wrestled the #1 seed, Antonio Mills of Mill Creek, and he put on a face.
Yeah.
From the moment the whistle started to the moment the match was over, he never lost eye contact with Mills. They were face to face. It got a little heated in the semis there, and he just kept looking at him straight in his face, eye contact the whole time. They go out of bounds. He didn't lose eye contact. Go back and watch that semis. It was great for Antonio Rodriguez. And Rodriguez is coming in. You know, he's a #1 ranked guy too.
Yeah.
So to be able to have that weight class and that difference, Ronnie Ramirez currently, you know, ranked second, but should hop back up. Defending two-time state California champion.
And wrestling out of the red corner from Los Gatos High School, Antonio Rodriguez.
Here we go, 129 pounds. Antonio Rodriguez of Los Gatos taking on Ronnie Ramirez of Walnut. Again, Antonio Rodriguez currently ranked #1 at 132 pounds, and Ronnie Ramirez currently ranked #2 at 125 pounds. Well, 126.
126.
Yeah.
Camilo Ramirez, Luis Solis, and Diatrani. His parents are Camilo and
Both wrestlers
Jennifer Ramirez.
feeling each other out right now. No attempts yet.
You know, David Taylor out there at Oklahoma is putting together a California team.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, Ronnie's heading out there too. Another Big 12 commit.
15 wins and 1 loss. This year he has placed 3rd at the Reno TOC and 1st at the Holiday Camp.
Ronnie Ramirez going to Oklahoma State.
Oh, gets in deep. Gets in deep. Ramirez in and finishes.
Gets a 3
The
takedown.
3 takedown.
Kenny Rodriguez.
Again, Ronnie Ramirez just an absolute stud.
The beast.
Oh, shows the power here. Obviously, you know, at 32s, you know, being able to lift that.
Good for Rodriguez, man. Get back up to his feet and gets back to the neutral position.
And Rodriguez is always a very focused wrestler. Like when you see him, he's always constantly mentally into the match.
Yeah. Both from a distance. No real ties, no real hand fight. Just a lot of fakes from the distance. Both wrestlers are biting, though, on them.
Yeah.
After the first period, Ramirez leads 3-1.
After the first, Ramirez is 3-1. Rodriguez is going to take bottom.
Bottom position to start the second period.
Back at it. Oh,
He was looking near side cradle.
Ramirez was like, oh, okay, I'll take this real quick.
Well, especially he had that leg trapped.
Yep.
And as soon as Rodriguez turned into him,
Elevates it.
1 point escape Rodriguez.
You got a 1-point match.
little
Ramirez.
Avis single.
Straight to it. Throws a leg in on the other side.
Down, Ramirez.
Just pressure right on the
up.
knee.
Yeah. Right back into it. Right back into
I mean,
it.
interesting, you know, little John Smith going on there with that head pressure right on the knee. Little correlation with Okie State. Out here on the West Coast, we call it the Avis single.
Yeah.
Saw Jerry earlier this week walking around. Obviously, brother Steven, you're well familiar with Mr. Abbas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. North Coast boys, baby. Love watching Steven at Fresno State.
His brother, too, Jerry.
Yeah. Oakland, Texas state championship.
That's amazing.
There, Rodriguez takes a chance.
But the motion from Ramirez is just too quick for Rodriguez, at least so
Nice
far here.
throw by.
Yep. You see the
Secures the
change
three.
angle. And now here comes the smartness of Ramirez. He took a peek our way, looked at the clock, wanted to know how much time he had it. Here's that mat awareness, the situation, the bout awareness.
Yes. And now he's putting together. He's going to want to finish the period on top, but Rodriguez has been doing real well. Oh, nice whip.
Cut back.
Cut him back, put him on his butt. Rodriguez has been relentless in getting out, though.
That elevation of the foot to lift that up. But look at Rodriguez, again, always going forward.
Yep. Oh, can he cut the angle? No. Ramirez is just too fast there on top.
Yeah, well, good re-attack there by Rodriguez. Just didn't cut that angle enough to secure the takedown.
And after 2, Ramirez leads 9-4.
Ramirez has a really nice 5-point lead heading into the third.
Los Gatos coach saying, hey, finish that shot. When
Yeah.
you're going to square up, get to that angle, cut the corner, and circle behind.
Cut him.
1-point escape, Ramirez. All 123-pound medalists, please report to the podium now.
I think Ramirez is going to keep trying to build on this lead.
Well, he's up by 6.
Rodriguez needs to close the space. He's shooting from just a little too far of distance. He's getting good, firing off well, but just can't get to the legs.
Well, that's the speed of Ronnie.
100%.
Good head block there by Rodriguez. You know, it was truly a down block.
Yeah.
Stopped him with his hand defense, head first.
You heard it. You heard it.
Crowd trying to settle in. There's a little bit of a pass by. Well, they're waiting for the next match. They're
Yeah, for
waiting,
sure.
They're waiting for Zinkin, Nakade coming up next. Clovis' own. But right now, we're talking about Antonio Rodriguez and Ronnie Ramirez. Again, both of them currently ranked. Antonio number 1, Ramirez number 2.
Goes to the pass by, then drops straight down to the ankle. Now looks to elevate.
Look at him cross-shelf that. Instead of on the near side, he pulled it over to the far side, secured it, circled back. Great technique by Ronnie Ramirez.
That's why he's a 2-time champ.
Yeah, 3-time finalist.
3-time finalist. That was beautiful. Textbook technique.
Switching to the knees and pulling that, shelving it from the far hip all the way across to be able to get to that back side, finish it off. 11 seconds to go.
Nice.
And one nice little redrop. 4 to go. Your champion, 3-time California State finalist, 2-time state champion. Your number 2 seed here, but your winner from Walnut, Ronnie Ramirez.
What a performance from Ramirez. There's not many 3-time champs and 4-time finalists. He has the potential to be that.
You know, California is unique. It's only got 1 state champ.
Yeah.
And, you know, many people talk about it. We talked about it a couple on a podcast here and there, but I'm a purist, man. I love the 1 champion. I don't want to go to divisions. I know that there's pros and cons to both, but being a state champion out of California, there's one. There's one dude in the state of California.
Yeah.
You know, and now with the emergence of the girls on the girls' side, having one girls' state championship out of California is amazing.
Yeah.
You know, we haven't talked about our girls' program out here, but girls wrestling is
Huge.
just absolutely taken off. I know you do a lot of work there with the girls on the Greco team and Love and Life, but or on the freestyle team, excuse me. But state of California's got one champion.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I mean, the girls, and it's no out. I mean, but we were on the girls' side of things, the lead of it for the nation, and now girl wrestling as a whole across the nation has been rising to the top. And you know, again,
I mean, look at the Olympic champions we have.
oh my gosh, what a tournament!
Sarah's my girl. I absolutely love Sarah Hildebrand, but you know, I mean, Helen Maroulis paving the way, and you look at Blades doing her thing.
It's on the up and up, man.
It really is.
But again, I go back to the conversation we were having. The one state champ. It's just I'm a purist too. I love that we have it. I love that you know, all the other sports have gone to multiple state championships in California too.
Yeah.
We're the one hanging on, and it's the purist.
I understand the parity. You know, we do that at the division level with CIF and the sections. I understand parity. I get it. I just have this in my soul. I just love the power of, you know, now it leaves these upper echelon programs to being able to do it, but here comes a good one. Here comes the rubber match. We'll talk about it as soon as the feed starts, but here it comes. Here we go at 147 pounds, your number one seed, currently ranked number one in the state, Nikkei Zink and a Clovis, taking on 3 miles down the road, Joseph Toscano of Buchanan, currently ranked number 2. This is their third meeting this year. They're 1-1. What was it, Super 32 and the Zinkin last week. A little bit of a Merkel position there by Toscano, and he gets the first early 3-point takedown over Zinkin.
I mean, this is huge. I mean, the rivalry's massive between these two schools.
Yep.
And now we're going to get back.
And now he's got him in that. No back points. Only one swipe, and he comes out of the top of it. And he gets a standing reversal. And a recon to his back. And Nikkei's got him. He gets a miss. This place is going to go nuts. Nikkei's getting swipes. He's got his
Can he finish? Can he finish? He has him on his back.
Toscano doing everything he can to get off his back.
Everything.
He's cleared the position, but Nikkei hops over with that elbow ride.
Oh,
can he level up his hips? Oh, and we're in a barn burner.
Oh, my gosh.
A Merkel to start us off for the takedown. Comes back with a nice little standing reversal, locks that body, elevates him, and puts Toscano on his head. And a 5-point move there.
That was beautiful.
6-point move, my apologies.
6 points. 6-point move. Locked his hands, took it straight, feet to back. Excellent move. As Toscano, Joseph thought he was in position there.
Yep.
And just flipped the script on him.
You know, a couple years ago, I was able to be on the call with Zinkin and Buchanan for their big one, and he was wrestling, I think it was Ruiz, and we're sitting there, and my partner there on the time says, Brian, Nikkei's got the dog in him, and it's so true.
You just showed it. But Joseph Toscano, he was fighting right there. He was in the...
Did a great job, fought off his back.
Real bad position. Wow, what a change.
Toscano chooses final position to start the second period.
Both of them are trying to catch their breath. Yeah. Nikkei's like, all right, what do we got for the encore?
What a first period. What a first period.
What a great tournament. What a Doc B is so unbelievably elite.
Wow.
You know,
the energy in this building just went straight through the roof.
And these guys, you know, they've grown up together. They've been around. They wrestled in the kids program. They're 3 miles apart.
Yeah.
And you know, 1-1 on the year.
Good hand fight from both wrestlers. Settling in a little bit now. More now after that. Just a burst of energy through this whole building. About 1:10 left in the period. Toscano has to start pushing that pace again. Got to get back to it. Oh, gets in.
That was slick.
Can
he finish?
Oh, watch the knee. Oh.
Now, ironically, a couple years ago here in the Doc B finals with Toscano in the same position there, lifting that leg up on Bowen on that back. No ill will, just ironic that it was the same position from a couple years ago. Everybody's trying to catch their breath, us included.
30 seconds.
I mean, if there was a camera on the announcer cam, man, we're pushing and shoving each other. You're standing up. You know, Michael next to me's laughing. It's just good wrestling, man.
It's fun. That's what it's all about.
10 seconds.
And after the fireworks of the first, we get nothing in the second. Just setting it up for the third.
But third, I think we're going to get a little bit more in the third.
2-point lead for Nicaid.
And after 2, Zinkin leads 6-4. Zinkin chooses bottom to start the third and final period.
You know, 44, as we knew, was going to be a stacked weight class here at this tournament, and it's just lived up to it.
Toscano goes spiral to get the leg in, throws one boot in on the side. McKay's pushing back into it.
You know, to show the level of Toscano, you know, he's a two-time California State finalist. You know, he's taken second as a freshman and sophomore. You know, currently ranked number 2 right now as a junior. You know, and he's going out to Cornell. You know, he's again that EIWA. He's going to go out there and wrestle again, a 26 commit. But here comes the senior and another Big Ten Nebraska commit for Nicaid. High level wrestling here at the Doc B.
Toscano
He's going to cut back again.
Wanted to change his mind, but Nicaid pulled that foot in to possibly try to get the reversal as he switches his hips.
I was just about to say, look at how he switched his hand. He had his right hand on the ankle, and he switched it off to the left to secure his right hand. Oh, a little bit of an early stalemate call, in my opinion.
What? Wait, what? Okay.
Puts him up,
No,
gives the escape.
Had to.
Yep, minutes to go.
7-4. Oh, here we go, baby. Here we go.
Toscano's got to push the pace here.
Has to.
Under a minute to go.
Nicaid
Number 1 versus 2.
keeping that, goes to the underhook. Controlling the hand fight. Oh, we're going to start hearing the Buchanan people here. Toscano got to figure out how to get out through the collar of Nicaid.
Look at that. Now he's on the single leg. Oh, 25 to go.
Awesome.
There's the caution. Well, Toscano's ready, man. He knows he's got to go. He's got to push it.
Has to go.
Oh, backing straight up for Nicaid.
He's like, you can call me for stalling.
Nicaid's not a guy who sits on his lead, but, you know.
Right now he is.
He's sitting on his lead now. And there's the stall call.
Now
there's the 1 point. And now he's got to go.
Has to.
I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Has to go now because the Scott. Oh.
And there goes the barrier. We need zip ties down on aisle 1 here. Zip ties on aisle 1.
6 seconds.
Toscano pushing the pace, trying to go for it.
Nicaid willing to do this here.
Your champion, not only the hometown, the home gym, the number 1 ranked, undisputed wrestler in the state of California, your winner at 147 pounds from Clovis High School, Nicaid Zinkin.
Wow. Number 1 versus number 2, your rival in your home gym. You can't beat that?
And you get taken down, and then you get back on a standing reversal, and you put him on his dome.
Beats it back.
On his dome for 6.
Oh my gosh. Almost gets the fall. That first period was insane.
Just phenomenal.
Oh.
Phenomenal.
We have one more, buddy.
And it's a big one, dude.
It's huge.
Nininger is just a stud.
It's huge.
And then here comes Zepeda, too.
I just kind of want to go. We went from talking girls wrestling, women's wrestling. Oh, wait, time out. This is what we have going on right now. And this place just went crazy. It was awesome. Oh, don't know. If you can't kind of see it, the fandom is kind of starting to dip out a little bit.
You know, we got to talk about it a little bit. We didn't see him at the face-off, so Nininger wasn't there.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, I'm not saying anything, but like I didn't see him. He wasn't at the face-off. Is that a he's going to come out and wrestle this, but is that a psychological thing?
I don't know.
He could have just not been in the lineup in the back, whatever, late, but not being out on the face-off.
But I mean, as this crowd is, the crowd is filing out right now. I hope they understand that. We have not been notified.
I have not been notified that Nininger is not going to be here, but
it's on the board.
Now I'm trying to look back into the tunnel here.
Yeah, no, I see both wrestlers.
I see both. We're going to get it.
We're going to get it. I don't know where these people are going.
Maybe they're, I don't know, T-shirt contest or something. Oh, maybe it was the Clovis guys.
Sure.
Whatever.
But, don't miss this one.
We're here till the end.
Don't miss this one. Wow. What a match. What a tournament. I know we keep saying it, but this truly has been amazing.
But again, a huge shout out. It takes a village. We look at guys like Pacifico. He's been on our camera, been able to go left and right. To my left, on the video, Michael, and then our scorer, Coach Penn. He's been doing a great job here. All the table workers, all the administrators, and here comes the last match of the night. Daniel Zepeda, he's taking on Noah Nininger, and he's always coming from Virginia. And look at him. Look at that look on his face. He is ready.
Had to be mental warfare. Had to be mental warfare. Didn't even show up.
Well, I don't know. Whatever.
Hey, he's here now. I think everybody's like, oh, wait, he is here? Look at him. I'll go back up.
You're absolutely right. They're like, wait.
Oh, wait. It's not over?
Daniel Zepeda.
Oh, my.
Here we go, 153 pounds.
Bat.
Daniel Zepeda of Gilroy taking on Noah Nininger of Stoughton River, Virginia.
Nininger gets into the leg and Zepeda just cartwheels right over it in the first 3 seconds.
Nininger currently ranks 7th in the United States. Zepeda's number 2.
I was talking to David Bray in the back, and he was telling me that Nininger has been was probably one wrestlers to match Bo Bassett's pace.
Yeah.
Right? And gave him a real tough match. So he thought it was going to be super interesting with this. And Zepeda had an amazing match.
Well, Zepeda knows very well, obviously, with Bo Bassett.
So
on a nice little underhook slide, but Zepeda continues to put pressure on that whizzer. But look at Nininger controlling that ankle, too.
And it puts it across the body.
Yep.
To shelf it.
And
not near side, crossbody.
And that stops Zepeda from clearing out. And ironically, he clears that leg out and he squares up those hips and gets back up on top into a front headlock.
Now gets into his single. Now he'll go to shelf his side.
They just changed positions, literally.
Literally.
Yeah. Whizzer. Now the question is, can Zepeda crash that? He likes the cradle here from the near side.
Oh.
Ankle cut back from Nininger.
What a scramble.
I'll let you say it. Go ahead.
Scrambled eggs.
Scrambled eggs, bro.
Scrambled eggs, baby. Love me some scrambled eggs and cheese right there. Wow.
What a treat, man.
Wow, that scramble was like a minute. I truly think the people just stopped. Now they're like, oh, wait, there is a match.
Yeah, there was no way Ninninger was going to dodge.
No,
you know,
no
Zapata.
way.
That wasn't my question. My question was, hey, was there something else? Was we don't get to call on that, but good for Ninninger, a little bit of gamesmanship, and he comes out and he's matching the pace.
Ninninger, he's strong, matching the pace. Zapeda's trying to get his flow going. Gets to the angles, like the scramble over here. I mean, there was a minute-long scramble. No stalemates called until the very end there, and you know this match has been no points on the board, but it's just been fireworks from the beginning. Might get our first point right here. Zapata gets the 1-point escape. Oh, into the leg. Zapata now goes to the other side. Needs to shelf this. Pulling back, shelves it, gets to his feet. Ninninger looking maybe to get to the trip. Nope. Zapata takes it all the way up.
Look at him.
No,
And you saw the foot control by Zapata. He started on the calf and he slid that down. The dexterity to be able to pick that ankle, to get that. And then we got a little bit of a nosebleed, a little blow in the nose there. Trainer coming. Okay, they're gonna go concussion head protocol here. It's not injury time.
The ref was in the way of us, so we couldn't see. But it looks like he tried to shoot him out and caught the bridge of his nose.
All 147-pound medalists, please report to the podium.
Zapata started to pick the pace up there a little bit.
So his foot trip goes to the calf, slides down to the ankle.
Dirty.
And then gives the cut off. Oh, yep, just a straight blast double. You know, Ninninger was kind of down in a crotch position. Zapata goes in for a shot. Nothing egregious there by any means.
He's trying to shoot him out.
Yeah.
Zapata's ready.
Just nuts, man. Again, we take the camera off the wrestlers, just, you know, show their respect of being able to, you know, battle through an injury or whatever. But here's that head stoppage as opposed to blood or concussion.
Yep.
Or, excuse me, blood or injury. It's just the head protocol.
They have a clock going.
It's a 5-minute. Yeah.
I thought there was no time limit. Is that just for college?
To be honest, I'm not sure. I could talk to Rick here and just to get that clarification.
We're good to go.
Trainers say we're good. Warrior.
We're ranked. Zapata's ranked
Number 1 in the country. And Ninninger's currently ranked 7th in the country.
Keeping that motion.
1 minute.
Zapata's keeping his elbows nice and tight to the body. Controlling the space here, keeping Ninninger on the boundary of the cylinder. Controlling the pace of the match. Shooting him out, goes right back, butt center. Oh, nice snap. Can he get to the angle here?
But look at Ninninger to be able to square that back up. He gets to the underhook on the near side, but he's able to square the hips and get that pressure back up on top of the shoulder blades of Zapata.
Short time, 15 seconds. 4-1 for Zapata.
I'm still going back to Zink and putting Toscano on his head, and then coming back, and we got to finish with Ninninger and Zapata. 2 top 10 guys in the country.
Zapata's movement's been beautiful this whole match. Just flowing through and getting Ninninger on his heels. Making the fakes, keeping him guessing.
Yeah. His quarterfinals match was just, you know, kind of keeping the energy to himself. And, you know, Coach looked at him and was like, hey, he wants to give up. And he picks up his head and he shakes his head. And he's like, I ain't giving up. And he gets right back up into a shot and finishes his shot against his opponent. That was against Buchanan.
Going hard spiral here. He's going to try to put a hard ride together. Oh, yeah. Ankle ride. Not letting him build. Now, Nellinger gets to his quad pod. Zepeda brings him back down, back up.
And it was instant.
Oh,
And a
nice
redrop. Nice
redrop.
straight up and straight into that crab ride.
Yep.
Well, not really a crab ride. I mean, it's a spiral, but in that position.
Half tight waist right there.
Yeah.
Drops him back to that, but I think Zepeda is feeling confident just to ride him out. Like, I think he's willing just to ride him out here, not build a lead. He's showing the dominance on top.
You did, and you saw that right there with that pressure with the tight waist. He
Yeah.
pulled the hip down and not only showed the strength. Now, is he going to get a lift here?
This is what we need out of the California wrestlers moving into college, right? We talked about this a little earlier. He's showing that he can do it.
And that's that tight waist. Look how deep that is. I mean, he's all the way up. Another mat return. 40 seconds to go.
Puts him on his head, showing that he can dominate on top in all positions. That's what Zepeda's showing right here. He's a North Carolina State commit. They're gonna get a great wrestler. He's being stingy. He wants to ride out. I love this from Zepeda.
I can't disagree. Not only is he flashy on his feet, he's got the control against the top 10 ranked wrestler in the country.
Yep.
5 seconds to go.
Gets out to the back.
Nenninger's still not giving up there. And that's
What
going
a
to do
ride.
it. Your
What a
champion
match.
at 153 pounds from Gilroy High School, currently ranked #1 in the country, Daniel Zepeda.
What a match. Zepeda put a great tournament together.
Well, Robbie, you know, as Zepeda does a little bit of a dance, first and foremost, thank you so much for being on the call with me, man.
No, I appreciate you,
It's a
brother.
pleasure to do this. We want to thank a couple people, obviously.